stylish as it is affordable. No yearly repairs or restaining needed. Request a free estimate from Hatch Concrete today, where quality isn't just a name, but a tradition.
Back to it after the Yellow Jackets get their first points of the game. And they'll send it away. The deep kick is fielded at the 2-yard line. Dean Ruzma. Boy, the great coverage by the Yellow Jackets. They stood him up, kept him up, gave everybody a chance to come in and get involved in that. And that was Logan Robeson right at the point of attack again for the Yellow Jackets. And so the kick comes back to about the 18-yard line, 1st and 10 for Show Low.
Yeah, if I'm Blue Ridge head coach, is it Halmerson, right? Am I pronouncing that correct?
Correct.
Halmerson. I got to be happy with the way my defense has played, and then also offense on a couple runs right there to be able to punch it in and get ahead early against the Cougars.
So first down, and Jet Walker has it around the left side, and Walker is hit after he turned it up, got his shoulder square, but then he got hit almost immediately at that point. That is a 5-yard gain on the play for Jet Walker.
Yeah, I believe that was Leonardo Campos, defensive lineman for the Jackets, on the tackle as well.
So the Cougars on 2nd down and 5. And up the middle it goes. That's going to be Alexander. And what a run. This one initiated at the 23-yard line, ends up at 41, so count it up. That's 18 yards on the play, and a terrific run from scrimmage for the Show Low Cougars.
It brought Jet Walker in motion to the left, and it looks like it pulled a backer with him, and then we had a guard just kind of pulled and trapped the end, and so he was able to run inside on like a 22 dive or 22 trap and pick up big gains inside of the Blue Ridge, inside of the heart of the Blue Ridge defense.
Alexander Anderson on the carry, and the 18-yard pickup puts the ball at the 41-yard line for Show Low. They'll give it on a trap, and it'll be Walker carrying the ball this time, and Jet gets 4 yards on this play.
That'll do it. Show Low's on schedule here. Look a little bit better in their second drive. Never good when we put it on the ground early, but here as they get the ball again, they're playing tough and playing stout.
So the 4-yard pickup gets the ball to the 45-yard line for Show Low, and they are certainly moving the football. And they'll get another small chunk right here. Dax Lamson for a 3-yard pickup on his very first carry of the game.
Yeah, I like that heavy set. They bring in a tight end and go to like a little trips to the right or a turkey track, and then everyone just walls down. And so you get Dax Lamson coming on the outside and just trying to make a man miss. But I like that play concept where you get a lot of bodies in front and your athletes in space.
Got to get into Yellow Jacket territory to get a first down, and a 3rd down and 3 is what Cash Perkins and team are staring right at. And look at this. Anderson gets grabbed by Anthony Seitz. Anthony is able to grab him and keep him just shy of the first down. That's going to be a gain of 2 on the play
for Alexander.
And bring up 4th down and something just short of a yard, maybe a football length short of a yard to go. And the Cougars are going to keep the offense on the field. Cougars are going to take a shot at it right here. Why not?
Yeah, why not? Might as well.
It's a playoff game.
Or see if they come up. Hurry up and hard count them right here.
They hustle to the line, and it's going to be a direct snap, but there was a false start, I think, on the offense. Yeah, they're going to call that on Show Low. Show Low had that opportunity. It's going to move back 5 yards. Jet Walker took the direct snap, or as Byron Brown would say, that's the Walker Cats.
Walker Cat.
I don't know.
Did he patent that? Did Byron Brown patent that?
I don't know. I mean, it's the kind of thing he would do. He would patent it, but, is it all that catchy?
I like it.
It's too many syllables.
Walker Cat.
Yeah. Wildcat is 2 syllables.
Walker Cat. 3 syllables.
Yeah, that's 3, yeah.
Where I come from in Heber, we call that 3 syllables.
Yeah, that's 3. Look at that very low bounding kick. It turns into a pretty good kick for the Cougars. No return on that fourth down play. Well, Show Low had that opportunity right there, but they couldn't
did.
do anything with it.
They did. They would have picked up the first down as well, just a little bit more discipline up front. I don't know if it was a miscue. The center just didn't quite snap it in time, it looked like, Floyd, but I thought they might have been able to pick that up. So see if defense can tighten up here and get the ball back.
So with 4:22 on the clock here in the first quarter, the Yellow Jackets and Luke Berlin, the junior quarterback, are going to get the ball for a second time. The officials spot the ball at the 20-yard line. And we'll get back underway. Another opportunity for the Yellow Jacket offense. They'll send Samuel James in motion and fake it to him, then give it straight up the middle. And the first hit was made right near the line of scrimmage, but Harris was able to get past that. And Carlo gains about 4 yards, make it 3 on the play. So Carlo early on in the game has been the workhorse on the offense, and that's kind of the way it always goes. Going to get a lot of chances early. You see him there with the eyes checking out. He was looking to the left side of that offensive line. We'll see what they're doing. I'm going to give it to him again. They got a hit in the backfield. Good job, good penetration, huh?
Bottled up by number 77 for Show Low's Cooper Peck, I believe.
Yeah.
Defensive end stepped down, was able to kind of reduce and just, eyes in the backfield, was able to kind of reduce down and got to the ball. Bottled him up really for that's a big stop for the Show Low defense.
It's a -1 on the play is what it is. So that yard loss right there for Harris and the Yellow Jackets will bring up third down at 7 now. 3rd and 7 for Blue Ridge with 3 minutes and 10 seconds left in the first quarter. Luke Berlin rolls out to his right. He's got some trouble, sets and throws downfield, and he might have got his guy, Samuel James, and indeed he did. Sam caught the pass, and Sam's got it for the first down. Pretty good looking execution by Luke Berlin for an 8-yard gain and a first down.
Absolutely. Being able to throw it on the run a little bit just shows a lot of accuracy and something he's been able to do. He's done it once in their first possession down there kind of towards the boundary, and so that's something they're comfortable doing, and he does it really well.
So Sam hauls it in near the sideline. The Yellow Jackets move the chains, and Berlin hands it off again to Carlo. Carlo looked like he had trouble hanging out of the football initially, and Carlo's going to be stopped after a 3-yard gain. So are you watching the Dodgers-Yankees score?
No, I'm not. I'm not watching the Dodgers-Yankees.
It's 2-1 Yankees in front.
Two powerhouses going toe-to-toe in the World Series.
Bottom of the 7th. I'll do my best to keep you up to date, folks, so you don't have to bother watching the game. If I was doing anything else in the world, that's what I'd like to be doing right now. 2nd down and 7. The Yellow Jackets have advanced to their 34-yard line. And they'll try going Carlo Harris again up the middle, and maybe a yard on the play is all that Carlo is able to get. Let's see where they eventually... No gain.
Surely you're not a Yankees fan.
Oh, no, I'm a Dodger guy.
Dodger guy?
Through and through.
Man, they got the payroll, right, to just get all the big names and just make sure there's no room for anybody else.
They got a $1 billion guy. They got a $1 billion guy.
Right.
You know, when you factor in all the endorsements for Shohei Ohtani, he's worth $1 billion. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good position to be in. Throw it over the middle. That was actually a hit on the quarterback.
Deflected.
Right on the release. Was it deflected?
Yeah, I thought he got a hand. Maybe hit him in the forearm or elbow when he's on the follow-through.
Well, it was incomplete.
A little over 1 minute in the first quarter.
And the ball was redirected, I guess, toward the middle of the field. And it's now 4th and 7. We'll see if the Yellow Jackets punt for a first time today. They've got the ball on their own 34-yard line. Berlin out there. Luke is going to line up as the punter. And we've got 1:19 remaining in the opening stanza here at Paul Moro Stadium. A 7-0 lead for the Yellow Jackets, and they'll surrender the ball here after their second possession. It's kind of a side-spinning, angular punt that will go out of, should be marked around the 40-yard line if the officials are good with their geometry and They're going to make it the
Cougars are gonna
41.
take over
41.
on the 41
You're
yard
only off by a yard.
They didn't do too bad.
I thought they had. I was thinking 35.
They didn't do too
Yeah,
bad.
they did good. Yeah, if I'm Show, I'm happy with that.
No doubt about it. And the ball back over the other direction. Show Low with 1:12 now. 1:12 remaining in the first quarter. And they've got good field position. They're at their own 41-yard line. Now the third time today that the Cougars will have possessive football. Cash Perkins brings the play in for his guys. They break the huddle, and here come the Show Low Cougars to the line from the shotgun. Perkins. And they're going to give it to Jet Walker. Jet Walker coming around the left side. Faked it in and went to the wide side. Well, it's actually the short side of the field, the boundary side, as we would call it, and that's a 2-yard gain on the play for Jet. Well, one of the strengths of the Blue Ridge team is their run defense. Very good run defense. They do have some injuries in their defensive backfield that makes it a little tough for them to defend the pass, but Show Low has not apparently been all that committed to doing anything about that. Here's a 9-yard pickup, it looks like, on the play, and is that Anderson one more time?
That was Anderson again on – it wasn't necessarily a sweep. It was a sweep, just wasn't jet sweep. He just kind of a snap to the quarterback and then a quick toss with number 77, Cooper Peck, kind of leading the way to help pick up the defensive end for a positive gain.
And you see right there Dak Lamson joining Cash Perkins in the Show Low backfield. They'll give it on the trap. And that is Jet Walker, and he'll work his way down the Yellow Jacket sideline for a nice gain before Trenton Trickey is able to get there and make the stop. After a big gain, that was quite a boisterous call-out on the tackle.
That was.
In our background.
Carter Alexander kind of as a fullback right there. They fake it to him, and he's able to pick up. I don't think it was a blitzing linebacker or defensive end that came free, but he picked him up in the backfield, and Jet was able to kind of skirt around to the end. And he has good – he's kind of slippery. He's elusive.
15-yard gain.
Hard runner.
On that play, and that's a first down to the Yellow Jacket 33-yard line. Blue Ridge is in front. 7-0. We are, by the way, down to the final 7 seconds of the quarter. This should be the final play. Dax Lamson carrying the ball up the middle. And it was Dax. And Dax was dumped after about a 6-yard gain to end the quarter, everybody. A 7-0 lead for the Yellow Jackets in this all-important 3A East Region matchup with the Show Low Cougars. Stand by for the second quarter. This is the Sports Zone Game of the Week. It's presented by Hatch Toyota.
Factory Challenge is on! And Hatch Toyota in Show Low is stepping up! The factory has challenged us to sell 50 new Tundras by the end of the month. And guess what? We're gonna crush it! Every single Tundra, in every trim, every option, and every color, will be sold at Factory Invoice. You pay exactly what we pay. You'll save thousands! We'll even show you the factory invoice. No games, no gimmicks, just the best price you'll find anywhere. The challenge is real, and the savings are massive. Hatch Toyota in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall.
Imagine watching your favorite team without a comfy couch to leap from when your team scores that winning touchdown, or a table for all of your favorite game time snacks, or even a media center to display your TV. Unthinkable. The Furniture Gallery, located in Snowflake, brings only the best to make your game time experience a winner. The Furniture Gallery will help make your house into a home, and they'll do whatever it takes to make you a customer for life.
Hey, we're back in, everybody. And we welcome you back in after that gain a moment ago. It leaves second down and 4, Second and 4 for the Show Low Cougar offense. And they're knocking on the door here now. Line of scrimmage, the 27-yard line of the Yellow Jackets. Moving right to left across your radio dial, if your radio dial were a video screen. And we'll get an early bit of movement by the Show Low Cougars. That should be a Cougar 5-yard mark off. We're not keeping track of penalties in this one today, but I believe that's the second penalty on Show Low early on. And the same variety.
Yep. And a critical down there, right? You're ahead of schedule. There was 2nd and 4. What'd you call it? 2nd and 6 or 2nd and 5 or 4? And then you get a false start there by our left tackle. That's just kind of unfortunate, but
They actually marched it back quite a bit, a little more than 5, I think, because it's now 2nd down and 9. Unless the lines are painted crooked, which is always a potential. I remember Show Low had this guy who used to paint the lines, and about 25 years ago, he was a little iffy, a little sketchy on the lines. Whether they were straight or not. Here's a give. It's going up the middle. I think everybody knows what I'm talking about. There's going to be a 1-yard gain where they mark it forward progress down for Dax Lamson.
That should have been a tackle. That should have been a tackle for loss, though, too. So Lamson did a good job and was met by a handful of Blue Ridge defenders, but was able to kind of shake them off a little bit and actually pick up a yard. Believe it or not, that should have been a 2-yard loss.
Well, he's able to get a little something out of it, and it brings up 2nd down and 8. The ball just outside the Yellow Jacket 30-yard line. Show Low on the move with it. This possession began at their own 41 after a Yellow Jacket punt. And stepping up is the young quarterback, the junior. That's Cash Perkins, and Perkins is dragged down. Hernandez got there, Daniel Hernandez. Rodriguez, pardon me, not Hernandez, but it was Rodriguez on the tackle. Now, here's the thing. I think he got back to the line of scrimmage.
Yes.
And that's going to determine whether it was a sack or not.
Right.
So what do we got? Use your calibrated eye. Can we run that replay real quick? Run that replay real quick.
He did get back.
Replay.
When it comes to paint, whether you're looking for interior or exterior paint, Dunn Edwards provides quality solutions to make all your painting projects look professional.
Have you heard the big news? At White Mountain Regional Medical Center, we are bigger and better than ever. With our newly expanded emergency room facility and capabilities, we are even better equipped to handle your urgent needs with the care and efficiency you deserve. Discover the new standard in healthcare right in your backyard. Choose White Mountain Regional Medical Center, located in Springerville, where specialized and emergency care are now within reach.
Beeman Well Drilling is a proud partner of Sports Zone Radio and the Friday Night Football Show, and they give support to each and every school and team in the White Mountains. Just like Sports Zone Radio, Beeman Drilling has a kind of experience that makes them the best at what they do. Paul Wyatt is the guy to talk to, and he'll take your call anytime, day or night, 537-1031. Or better yet, call him right on his cell phone, 928-205-7647. This football season, go deep with Beeman Drilling.
Back once again, and the Show Low kick goes deep, and the Yellow Jackets bring it back outside the 20 to right at the 25-yard line. It'll be first down and 10. They'll mark it back at the
good coverage
24-yard line.
Good coverage for the Cougars on that last possession, too. They have a little two-headed monster in Anderson and Jet Walker, and then with the ability to have Dax Lamson run the ball as well has been good for the Show Low Cougar running game.
So the Yellow Jackets have the ball. They're on 24-yard line. Carlo Harris is able to slip a tackle and another, and as he gets hit, he's able to cross the 30-yard line. That was a pretty tough gain on the play.
Yeah.
8 yards the gain for Carlo, and probably the toughest of the assignments he's had so far,
right,
and his longest gain from scrimmage in the game.
Yeah, he made a guy miss and was able to kind of slip inside. I like the other thing I like too. It was high and tight, two hands over the ball in traffic, and ball security is an important thing here in high school football, especially to the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets.
Second down and a couple to go for the Yellow Jackets. They are sitting at about the 32-yard line, their own 32. We got a 7-7 game. Luke Berlin rolling to his left, throws back to the hitch route. Trenton Trickey, it was behind him a little bit, had to reach back and try and haul that one in, and it's incomplete. The passing game is a little bit iffy right now for the Yellow Jackets. They're just trying to get a start to it. They've missed on the last three passing attempts.
Right. Again, I just think it's interesting, right-handed quarterback rolling to the left and then throwing an inside hitch right back to the hash.
You don't like it?
I just think it's just a hard,
tough
play to make.
It's a hard
he's going to make it tonight, but it is
quarterback.
Definitely a tough play. But
third down and 2. Hard count did not drive the defensive line. And the Yellow Jackets line up and give it to Carlo Harris from the power I, and nobody touching him until he gets beyond the line of scrimmage. And then finally somebody grabbed his jersey, but Carlo is able to take this one for a 13-yard ride and a first down pickup on the play for the Yellow Jackets.
Finally brought down by Cameron Hernandez in the secondary. Was untouched. I don't think we didn't get a defensive tackle or a backer to him, and Hernandez kind of had to make a play as a corner and jumped on his back to bring him down.
4 minutes, 50 seconds on the clock here in the second quarter, and a timeout is granted to the Yellow Jackets. They want to talk things over here. They spend their first timeout. The first either team is taken here in the first half. Coming up at halftime, it's going to be the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime report. We'll get there eventually. Right now, 4 minutes and 46 seconds on the clock in the second quarter. My name is Floyd Simmons, and I'm with Mackie Slade as my broadcast partner tonight. Mackie, these two teams right here locked into a good one.
Yeah, both sides playing super tough. And keeping a mix of things, right? We've seen a lot of runs outside, a couple sweeps, 36-buck sweep or a 38 or a jet sweep, and then, try to come back inside once a linebacker adjusts and move outside, we try to come inside and trap them. So a little bit of everything we've seen with the run game, and should be good. But there's been tons of good games between these two schools.
Oh,
right?
yeah, over the years,
the history is rich.
Of course.
I've watched Show Low, Blue Ridge play. I have cousins who played at Show Low, and so we've seen this before.
First down play, the Yellow Jackets. A quick throw. to the right side, and some miscommunication. Logan Robeson was the intended receiver, but it's behind him, and it looked like Luke was expecting him to run a hitch.
Yeah, or an option route based on where our corner was sitting, right? You throw that back shoulder, but it should have been, a stick or a hitch.
So that's 4 straight incomplete passes for the Yellow Jackets. Luke struggled last week in the loss to Payson. I mean, the Blue Ridge did everything they could to just gift wrap that game and hand it to the Longhorns. A close game, but a loss for the Yellow Jackets as Carlo Harris finds room to run as he cut back and he's slashing through that defense, and a big, big gain for Carlo. Carlo's going to take it to about the 32-yard line. Call that a gain of 22 on the play for Harris.
Yeah, good vision for Harris to get to the hash and kind of cut back towards the middle of the field. After that, it's just we turn it into a track race, try to find green grass and beat the Cougar defender there.
So the ball goes, as mentioned, to the 32-yard line. Harris again, and Carlo's going to get wrapped up, hit. So it's, a good run, and then, Show Low figures him out, and they drop him for a loss. He has lost. He has been dropped for more losses than I've seen probably ever from Carlo. 4 times. Four times they have dropped him for tackles for loss. So great job by Show Low, except that they've got to keep that up, be more consistent with it. So the yard lost on the play, and the Yellow Jackets will look at second down and 11. And it looks like another timeout is spent by the Yellow Jackets. The offensive coordinator is Alex Stebbins, and he wants to talk it over with his offensive crew here at 3.5 minutes remaining here in the first half. The Sports Zone game of the week at Blue Ridge High School tonight. Thank you to our presenting sponsors like Hatch Toyota and Ace Hardware of the White Mountains. They bring you the Ace Hardware scoreboard show at the end of our post-game wrap-up of the actual game broadcast. Scores and highlights show, the Ace Hardware scoreboard show on the way later on tonight. And Ace Hardware is the place to go if you need to stock up right now on pellets, okay, for the upcoming winter.
Pellets.
Do
you have a pellet stove?
I don't have a pellet stove myself, no.
Neither do I.
But Ace Hardware is your destination.
That's right.
For pellets, okay? All right, and they'll deliver as well.
They will.
Yes. Contact them, ask them about delivery. And if they do deliver, if you're in a radius where they'll deliver, they will also put it right where you want it.
Put it on the porch for me.
Okay, They're not going to leave it on the.
It's good to know.
On the out on the road like others will. Second down and 11, fake it. Luke fakes the throw, and now Berlin is going to head toward the sideline. Boy, I tell you, he lowered the boom, and then he got hit. He got hit by one of the defensive backs coming up to play, and Luke avoided the sack, but he only got about a yard, maybe a bit more than a yard on that whole thing. Luke he gave some punishment, and he took some punishment right here.
Yeah.
So there's that, and then he got hit right there at the end of it. Just a nice physical play by these two teams.
The way he's been thrown on the rollout, I thought they'd come out here and run it on second down.
So Luke gained a yard to get it back to third down and 10, and the Cougars decide they need a timeout here with 2:58 on the clock.
A little bit of chess today. A little bit of chess tonight.
Yeah.
Strategery.
We'll see what they come up with. A low-scoring first half here, 7-7. Our score. The Cougars took advantage of a blocked punt to get a short field on their last possession. They took over after blocking a Luke Berlin punt. They got the ball at the 24-yard line of Blue Ridge, and it took them all of 5 plays to get it into the end zone. It was Jet Walker on a 4-yard touchdown run that got the points for the Cougars to tie this game at 7. The Yellow Jackets scored with 8 minutes on the clock in the first quarter at the end of a 8-play drive. Carlo Harris, the 1-yard touchdown run. And that was also a short field possession for the Yellow Jackets. They only went 29 yards to get the ball to pay dirt.
This is a big down for both teams. Show Low defense, big down.
Blue Ridge at the 32-yard line of Show Low. Try to throw that screen again, and it is broken up. Great play by Dax Lamson as he hit Carlo Harris in the backfield before the ball got there, which you can do, which is clean.
Absolutely.
That is not pass interference if the receiver's behind the line of scrimmage, and it was just a great job by Lamson.
Lamson did a good job. Eyes are inside, right? So when we're locked up, we teach corners, have your eyes inside, but we also got to make sure our man's accounted for. Seeing the quarterback kind of roll out, and it came too easy, and we didn't get a lineman out into the secondary quick enough, and he was able to get a hand on the ball.
The Yellow Jackets are going to ask for a timeout. That's their final timeout here of the first half. Comes with 2:53 on the clock in the second quarter. The Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime report comes up at the break. By the way, if you want to check in on the Snowflake game, the Sports Zone is carrying a broadcast as well of that game.
Oh, really?
From Snowflake High School. So we got
two crews going.
We got two crews.
Right on.
Going and
is this the A team? Are we the A team, Floyd, or are we the B crew?
I got to be honest with you. I am not willing to
we plead the fifth. We don't answer
that question
that
right now.
I
prefer to just keep that one to myself for a moment, okay?
I'm just glad to be here. I'm glad to watch a little Friday night football.
I'm glad to have you, man.
Right. It's always fun to make the drive and watch some good football games.
So we got a low-scoring game here. It's tied at 7. And over in Snowflake, there's another low-scoring game. It's Snowflake 3-0 over Eastmark with a little over 1 minute remaining in the first half. Listen, I'm telling you, I warned people on the Friday Night Football show about Snowflake could face a tough one tonight against Eastmark. There's a throw downfield, and Noah Chi had to reach for it. Probably should have caught that one, but it was going to be a tough catch anyway, and it does go incomplete.
That would have been close, too. I don't know that he might have just been shy of the first down had he been able to maybe catch that and run a little bit, but that ball's about as good as any, and hopefully we can get one of our receivers to pull that in for him.
So Noah Chi unable to haul it in, and for the Yellow Jackets, that's 6 straight incomplete passes.
Yep.
The passing game has been a struggle for them. They threw 4 interceptions last week against Payson in that loss. And they also fumbled it twice.
It's hard to win a game like that.
And they surrendered 2 kickoff return touchdowns.
To the house.
That's what Blue Ridge gave up last week.
2 of them.
And they still kept it relatively close.
Found a way to be in that game. I didn't know there was 4 INTs and 2 fumbles.
And 2 kickoff returns for touchdown by Payson.
That's unfortunate.
I believe that was Dax Lamson on the carry, wasn't it?
Yes, Lamson.
Dax with a 2-yard pickup on that last play.
Show those 2 timeouts with plenty of time, Floyd, as well.
And they'll want to throw it, swing it out. Lamson again. He's got it this time on a pass reception. Lamson is going to pick up.
Yeah.
Well,
they're going to set him up.
They needed 8 yards, and he got 9 yards on the pass reception.
And Sam James making the stop.
The clock runs. Well, yeah, the clock runs.
So after taking over at the 32-yard line, a couple of nice plays. Lamson got the 2 right there, and then the 9.
Jet Walker.
And now, give it to Jet and try to see if he can help you out a little bit around that right side. And Jet is going to go down with a 5-yard gain.
I've been impressed with Show Low just on first down, on first and second down. They've been able to kind of stay on schedule, and that is alignment and assignment, right? Our interior lineman doing a good job making sure we get a push early in the possession.
Walker was tackled inbound, so the clock is running, and Cash Perkins is now he's in trouble. He's running for his life. He's got 4 Yellow Jackets in pursuit, and he throws it out of bounds, and he was able to get it beyond the line of scrimmage.
Good
well
play.
Done by Cash to not take the big loss, but also to get rid of it in a kind of a NFL quarterback kind of play right there. You know, he didn't have many options, and he was able to save his team from the loss. And they'll live to see another down right here. 3rd down and 5 coming up.
Blue Ridge defensive end is interior lineman Anthony Seitz. I thought he did a good job. A lot of times those linemen come straight down the field and the quarterback's able to get around, but he attacked outside shoulder and kept contained.
3rd down, 5. Roll it, throw it, deliver. Hernandez has it, and Cameron Hernandez is able to convert, pick up the first down. That is a 7-yard pickup on the play.
He was hit hard, too, there on the side. But he gets up. He's tough. Number 4 is tough. Hernandez. And there's a catch, right? He had the one. We had one drop in the end zone, Floyd, and then he's been 3 for 3 since then, I think, or 2 for 2.
Show Low fighting to get into at least field goal range. They got a pretty solid kicker in Calvin, but they're going to get a chunk play right there. The pass is caught for the first down, and I think that was Dane Roosma that caught the ball.
Number 7, Dane Roosma.
12-yard gain for Dane.
Deep curl, right, or a deep out, or digs, they call that. You run a little 5-yard out underneath, and then you run a 10-yard dig or drag over the top and let your quarterback make a play.
And there is a pass that is caught. That's going to be York Smith this time. That Chris York Smith makes the catch.
It's our big tight end, York Smith. First time calling his name tonight.
2 yards is all he was able to get out of it. However, they probably would like a little bit more than that on that play. But the ball behind him, and York Smith went ahead and caught it. And that forces Show Low to have to spend a timeout.
Yeah.
You know, and that.
But we have one more.
He's a young man. It's a tough play. He's got to come back and get it. He probably would be better off just dropping that ball. Let it hit. Let the clock stop. Save that timeout for the next play.
Right.
Unfortunately,
that's Show Low's second, correct? They have one more timeout they have one more timeout, correct?
I think Show Low's got one left.
They got one more. 40 seconds. So, as a coach, your offensive coordinator coming in here, all right, we're going to run. We got play 1, play 2. You got to have 2 kind of ready to go. And then we can burn a timeout, or you run something to the boundary, to the sideline to get out of bounds.
Well, let's see what they've got drawn up from the sideline. Coach Michael Boyce in his first year as the head coach for the Show Low Cougars. And he's got his guys lined up on 2nd down and 8. Certainly they'd like to get into field goal range, if nothing else. Cash Perkins is going to get spun down by Noah Chi. Chi on the tackle. And he limits that to a 4-yard gain. The clock is running, and Show Low's got to hustle because they might be out of timeouts.
I thought they had. Yeah, maybe he just waiting to save it. 20 seconds.
3rd down from the shotgun. Perkins fires a fastball. It's caught.
Get out of bounds.
And that's going to be Hernandez, and he is thrown out of bounds to stop the clock. Well, that was well done.
That was
very well executed for a 10-yard pass completion.
There's Hernandez again. That kid's a little athlete, and I like the way he's responded and been a big target for the Cougars and was able to kind of get to the outside. And I didn't know if he was going to make it out of bounds there, but I'm glad he did.
Listen, this has been a fantastic sequence of plays here, this possession for the Cougars. They got the ball with about 3 minutes on the clock here, and now we're down to 1:17. They've moved it all the way from their own 32-yard line to the Yellow Jacket 17. And Perkins, with time to throw to the end zone, has a guy. The pass is caught. What a throw and what a catch. That's a touchdown for Show Low.
Dane Roosma. Coming on the backside of the end zone. Had to go and grab it. Sure hands with the defender kind of on his hip, right? On his hip, and then the defender's left hand came over to try to make a play on the ball, and Roosma hauled it in. That was a big play. That was a big-time play. Big-time throw as well.
Yeah, that was terrific.
That was a great throw.
The throw was outstanding. There was that injured player on the field. Let's hope he's okay.
Oh, I didn't see that. They brought out the field goal unit. I didn't see that he was down.
Yeah. Somebody got hurt right in the middle of the whole thing. And all of this comes with 3 seconds remaining. That was a masterful scoring drive by Show Low. Great play calling from the sideline. Great clock management.
Yes.
All things that you don't quite expect from a first-year head coach. And Michael Boyce deserves a ton of credit for the way he engineered that possession for the Show Low Cougars. It began by forcing the Yellow Jackets to turn the ball over on downs. Show Low got the ball at their own 32-yard line. There was about 3 minutes remaining in this first half, and they spent all but 3 seconds, and the end was that beautiful pass by Cash Perkins. He wound up and let it fly.
He did.
And he was able to hit his guy. Cameron Hernandez hauled it in for the touchdown.
He did. 2-minute drill, right? You come out on Wednesday, have a good practice. Thursday, over there in Mogollon, we always go through our walkthrough Thursday, and we drill 2-minute drill once or twice or even 3 times, depending on how it feels, just because in a game like this, right, the end of a half or the end of the second quarter, and then towards the end of the game, you got to go 2-minute drill or hurry up, and Show was able to do that. And so you know that that's something that they've practiced and something that they've been trying to execute, and to kind of see it put some points up on the board has got to be rewarding as a head coach and as an offense in general.
Well, they're still taking quite a bit of time out there on the field.
I didn't get a number. He's coming up right now. That's our 58.
Okay, so eventually the
Leonardo Campos for the Blue Ridge. Hope he's doing all right.
The Yellow Jacket interior lineman is going to make his way to the sideline. He's favoring that left leg, and
ankle maybe got rolled up on inside as an interior lineman. Got rolled up on maybe. Hopefully he's all right. These kids are tough, man.
Meanwhile, here's the point after try for Show Low, trying to make it a 14-7 advantage. Snap and hold, and the kick is good. Well done by the Show Low Cougars. That's just how you draw it up, isn't it?
Yeah. That is a way to execute a little 2-minute offense. I was surprised. I was here. I'd spent a couple weeks. I was here when Show Low played Thatcher, and there was some moments when they kind of went spread and quick offense, and they were able to throw the ball on some short play concepts and some flood-type concepts. And I was surprised then, and they just did it that whole possession pretty much outside of a couple runs. But, yeah, well executed. They look good.
So the Cougars will kick the ball, and I would imagine a squib kick, something like that, to try and run the clock out here on the Yellow Jacket return. Make sure that you don't break down on your coverage.
Just cover this.
Get out of here with the lead, right?
Yeah, just cover it. Play smart, heads-up football, and cover it.
Calvin Morgan, the guy that delivered the point after, now kicks it away. And that is returnable, fielded at the 15-yard line. And the tackle is made.
The ball came out.
Almost made. The ball is loose. It did get knocked out of Brecken Sarche's hands. And the Show Low Cougars will end the first half just like that. How about that? You get the touchdown, which gives you a lift, gives you the lead, and then you knock the ball out. And though it doesn't produce anything, it gives you that extra. Look at the hop and the skip of those kids over there for the Cougars. Yep, they are fired up, and they deserve to be. They have played a great first half, and they lead Blue Ridge 14-7. We'll take a break for a timeout and return with the Black Diamond, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime report in just a moment, everybody. Stand by. It's the Sports Zone Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
Wow, honey, I can't believe how much room this 2025 Toyota Corolla hatchback from Hatch Toyota has.
We can fit all our bags and still have space for more. This is perfect for our weekend getaway.
Did you notice how comfortable the seats are? Plus, the sleek design's a real head-turner.
And the tech features are amazing. I love the touchscreen display with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto.
With Toyota Safety Sense 3, we got pre-collision system, dynamic radar cruise control, and lane departure alert.
With this beauty starting as low as $289 a month. Can you believe it?
It's our national sales event. Make no payments for 90 days. Hatch Toyota will make your first payment for you. We are paying over Kelley Blue Book fair market value for your trade. Don't miss our national sales event. Going on now at Hatch Toyota in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall and online at hatchtoyota.com.
On approved credit plus tax title license, $5.99 documentation, and $210 edge fees. Maximum first payment cannot exceed $500. Cannot be combined with other offers. Lease for 36 months with $19.99 due at signing.
Imagine watching your favorite team without a comfy couch to leap from when your team scores that winning touchdown, or a table for all of your favorite game time snacks, or even a media center to display your TV. Unthinkable. The Furniture Gallery, located in Snowflake, brings only the best to make your game time experience a winner. The Furniture Gallery will help make your house into a home, and they'll do whatever it takes to make you a customer for life.
The Gridiron is where teams come to battle and dominate. With over 5 decades of knowledge and expertise, manpower, and a whole lot of horsepower, Perkins Cinders is that all-star teammate you need to dominate your project. They deliver all things dirt, from gravel, cinders, topsoil mulch, concrete materials, and more. Want to score big? Use the one that will get you that win. Perkins Cinders is helping you get a load of this.
When it comes to paint, whether you're looking for interior or exterior paint, Dunn Edwards provides quality solutions to make all your painting projects look professional. And the home of Dunn Edwards in the White Mountains is Ace Hardware in Show Low, Pine Top, and Heber Overgard. Thanks to Dunn Edwards, Ace has the best interior paint for your home or office, and their exterior paint will stand up to the wear and tear of our tough seasonal weather. When it's time to paint, it's time to visit Ace Hardware of the White Mountains for high-quality Dunn Edwards interior and exterior paint and primer.
When exactness is ordered, Hatch Concrete will deliver. We provide ready-mix concrete for any size job, from the do-it-yourself project to the professional construction project, delivering a variety of aggregate to suit your concrete or construction needs, from granite to cinders. Hatch Concrete is not just another ready-mix concrete company. We provide quality service, quality concrete, concrete pumping, and Fox blocks where quality is not just a name, but a tradition. At Hatch Concrete, this mud's for you.
This could be your best vacation ever. Start with 2 nights at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. Then add 2 premium tickets to see Mr. Garth Brooks live at Caesars Palace the first night you're there. And if that's not enough, let's add 2 tickets to the National Finals Rodeo the very next night. What? When you choose Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint to replace your insured windshield, everyone gets steak dinner for 2 at Cattleman's Steakhouse and 2 movie tickets. And right now, everyone, cash or insurance, gets their name put in the hat to win a vacation they will never forget. 2 front section tickets to see Garth Brooks live at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. And 2 tickets the next night to see the National Finals Rodeo. If you have a broken windshield, you know the jingle.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. Cash back to you. Woohoo!
Welcome to the Mountain Mobile Halftime. A complete first half breakdown of tonight's Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week broadcast. This is the Mountain Mobile Halftime.
Well, hey, everybody, we're back in. And let me get my breath for a second, because I did have to make a long voyage during the break there. But we welcome you back into our broadcast coverage of the Sports Zone Game of the Week, presented by Hatch Toyota. Welcome into the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime reports. Floyd Simmons along with Mackie Slade. And you see it on the screen right there if you're watching our live video broadcast. A 14-7 advantage for the Show Low Cougars over the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets. Show Low's season, if you listen to the Friday Night Football show and you heard Derek Simmons talk about it, Show Low's season has gotten better and better as they've gone along, and they've gotten more healthy lately, and they're playing better and better football. And it feels like the Yellow Jackets are kind of doing the opposite, and a perfect moment right here to take advantage of that by Show Low, and they've done a great job. And it was that stop that they got with about 3 minutes remaining in the first half that they turned into a 68-yard scoring drive, using all of that time, using their timeouts really well, managing the clock, good play calling and execution by the kids on the field. It resulted in a 17-yard touchdown pass by Cash Perkins to Cameron Hernandez to give Show Low the lead. That's how the half ended. It began with Blue Ridge scoring on their first possession of the game, and that's the only time they did score. They were able to get the ball, and they got a very short field possession with 11:43 on the clock after Show Low fumbled. The Yellow Jackets recovered at the Cougar 29, and it took them about 7 plays. Let's see. Let's check it for you. It was an 8-play, very short drive. Carlo Harris at the end of it was able to take it across for the Yellow Jackets. The point after made it 7-0. That was with exactly 8 minutes remaining in the first quarter. We had to go to the second quarter before we saw any further scoring, and it was Show Low scoring with 6 minutes and 17 seconds on the clock in the second quarter. Jet Walker delivered with a 4-yard touchdown run. This at the end of a very short field possession. The Cougars had blocked a punt and taken over the football at the 24-yard line, and it took them 5 plays and the Jet Walker 4-yard touchdown run to get the points on the board. And that tied the game after a successful point after by Calvin Morgan. So it was 7-7, Blue Ridge and Show Low with that 6 minutes remaining in the first half. And then we take you down to that last drive once again. Well executed, well done. A 10-play, 68-yard scoring drive that took just under 3 minutes to get done. And Cash Perkins hooked up with Cameron Hernandez on the 17-yard touchdown pass. The kick was successful. Show Low has a 14-7 halftime lead. Well, my name is Floyd Simmons, and my broadcast partner is Mackie Slade. And, well, there you go, Mackie. I think that if you want to, draw something up as just about as perfect as you could end a half for the Show Low Cougars, they did it right there.
Yeah, you couldn't paint that up any a better way, right? That's how it's supposed to look. That's how you drill it. That's how you practice it. And Show Low offense says that's how you execute it as well. Talk the talk and walk the walk.
Yeah, they certainly did that, didn't they?
Yeah.
And you're looking at some of those highlights from that first half. A well-executed half of football by the Show Low Cougars. In a moment, we'll look at some stats for you from that first half of play. And I don't know what's going on with the Yellow Jackets, but they struggled last week. They did lose a key player on defense. They lost one of their defensive backs. He got injured and got knocked out for the rest of the season, so he won't be back. That's Carter McGowan. They had lost Brax Clough not long ago, and that has helped to decimate this defensive backfield. There was one other name that they lost, another player that they lost, and he doesn't come to mind at the moment, but he was also a guy in rotation that was getting a lot of playing time as a defensive back for the Yellow Jackets. But that really hasn't been the problem for them. And I would say this also, giving up 14 points isn't all that.
No.
That's not that concerning.
Right.
It's the offense unable to get anything done after their first possession, Mackie. They were able to score.
On a short field.
It was a 29-yard possession.
On a short field
After that, they just have not been able to be very consistent, and the team missed on their final 6 pass attempts in the first half. Couldn't connect on one.
You got to be able to do a little bit of both. I mean, you can be a run-first team, right, and come out and run the ball well, but it helps your quarterback, it helps your running back, it helps your offensive coordinator when you're able to kind of run or when you're able to throw the ball as well, do a little bit of both.
Yeah, no question about it. We're going to grab a timeout, everybody. Don't go anywhere. We'll return in just a moment to continue our coverage of the Sports Zone Game of the Week and also the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime report right after this. Stand by, everybody.
This could be your best vacation ever. Start with 2 nights at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. Then add 2 premium tickets to see Mr. Garth Brooks live at Caesars Palace the first night you're there. And if that's not enough, let's add 2 tickets to the National Finals Rodeo the very next night. What? When you choose Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint to replace your insured windshield, everyone gets steak dinner for 2 at Cattleman's Steakhouse and 2 movie tickets. And right now, everyone, cash or insurance, gets their name put in the hat to win a vacation they will never forget. 2 front section tickets to see Garth Brooks live at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. And 2 tickets the next night to see the National Finals Rodeo. If you have a broken windshield, you know the jingle.
536-597. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. Cash back to you. Woohoo!
At Hatch Toyota will paint. Top dollar for your trade, whether you buy a vehicle from us or not. Get a free appraisal. Get a free Carfax report. Get a check. And we'll pay you up to 120% above Kelley Blue Book value. Hatch Toyota is buying quality late model vehicles. Hatch Toyota in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall. Get an appraisal. Get a check. We want your vehicle and are willing to pay for it. Hatch Toyota in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall and hatchtoyota.com.
The gridiron is where teams come to battle and dominate. With over 5 decades of knowledge and expertise, manpower, and a whole lot of horsepower, Perkins Cinders is that all-star teammate you need to dominate your project. They deliver all things dirt, from gravel, cinders, topsoil mulch, concrete materials, and more. Want to score big? Use the one that will get you that win. Perkins Cinders is helping you get a load of this.
Show us what you got.
Hey, back in, everybody. With 2 minutes and 48 seconds remaining in halftime, it means we've got just a few more minutes before we get underway with the second half. Floyd Simmons and Mackie Slade. Mackie, any individuals stood out to you in that first half?
Yeah, I think defensively for the Show Low Cougars, Cooper Peck made a big impact play coming off the edge and blocking the punt attempt. We've called his name a couple other times. But the other one, I mean, Jet Walker does a good job. Hernandez running the ball. But again, Dane Ruzma was key on a couple of those catches to get out of bounds and keep the Show Low possession alive, keep Show Low's offense on the field there at the end of the half. So for the Cougars, Dane Ruzma, and then who's our running back for Blue Ridge? Just carried the ball a bunch.
All right, Show Low Cougars, help your fans out. Do the YMCA.
Well, anyway,
I gotta think of his name. Sorry, is it Kraus? Hunter Kraus? No, it's not him. It's Carlo Harris. Why can't I remember him? Sorry, Harris for Blue Ridge is probably the standout athlete for them, just because he's been the only one he's got his name called a bunch and then been carrying the load offensively. So he's probably my highlight for the Yellow Jackets, and I'd expect them to kind of try to get him going early here in the third quarter. We got the YMCA going, Floyd. We got the YMCA dance.
7 out of 10.
Well, the teams have, at least Show Low's returned. Blue Ridge is spending a little more time.
Hey.
I don't think they're too happy in the Blue Ridge locker room right now.
No. Here they come. The Yellow Jackets have arrived.
Your Yellow Jackets.
Carlo Harris, by the way, 15 carries, 60 yards, and the one touchdown that they have in the game today.
15, 60, and 1.
Trenton Trickey has handled it one time, carried it one time for 4 yards. Also, Samuel James, one carry for 6 yards, and Luke Berlin carried it one time, and that was a single yard. The running game has not been there for the Yellow Jackets. A total of 71 yards rushing in the first half for the Yellow Jackets. And as much as they wanted to run it, especially since the passing game wasn't connecting either, they would want more production than that. And they have been held to total offense. They've been held to about 87 yards.
Under 100 yards offense in a half is not going to get the job done as good as they would like it to. You know that they expect to run the ball hard and execute and run their stuff, and so got to have a little bit more than 80 yards of offense here in this second half to win this ball game.
Yeah, throwing the football, Luke Berlin is 2 out of 8 for 26 yards. Yeah. He connected on his first 2 pass attempts, and then the Yellow Jackets could not complete another pass in their final 6 pass attempts of the first half. They struggled with that. On the other hand, the Cougars looked a little bit better throwing the football.
Yeah, after that, especially after that last drive.
Yeah. How about 7 out of 9
Yeah.
for Cash Perkins? You know, Cash has really delivered for his team. Check the total yards for you. How about 63 yards passing on 7 of 9?
And a touchdown. 7 of 9 for 63 yards and a touchdown.
One tutty, as the kids are calling it these days.
Tutty.
The tutty.
One to the crib, tutty.
Yeah. And as far as his leading receiver goes, well, that's going to be Cameron Hernandez. Cameron, 40 yards receiving on 4 catches in that first half, including the 17-yard touchdown that came right as the half was ending. And he has distributed well. Dax Lamson, 1 catch for 9 yards. Dane Roosma, 1 catch for 12 yards. Also, that's got to be a run right there. Sorry about that.
Cash Perkins on a run
for
4 yards.
Perkins ran the ball once. And Chris Yorksmith caught a pass for 2 yards.
That's right. The big tight end underneath.
Yeah. So that's kind of the way it shaped up in that first half for the Show Low Cougars. Let's check the running game, the running totals. The guy leading the way is Jet Walker, and that's going to be that's your usual. 8 carries for Jet in that first half, and looks like a total of about 44 yards rushing and a touchdown. That's what Jet put together in that first half. In the early going, Alexander Anderson got busy.
Right.
4 carries from him early. The first time he touched it, he went for 18 yards from scrimmage. He's got a total of 34 yards rushing on 4 carries. So he's done some work. Dax Lamson, 3 carries for 6 yards. And the quarterback, Cash Perkins, 1 rush for 4 yards in the first half. Those are your numbers.
Balanced numbers.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was impressed with Jet Walker, by the way, against Thatcher. Remember, he went for 131 yards rushing.
The only blemish on that game, I don't think he got into the end zone. That's the only blemish, right? From what I remember.
Yeah, you would.
And he got the ball a lot.
You're kind of hoping that you get there, don't you?
Yeah, for sure.
You're going to do all that work.
That's obviously the main goal.
Get me in the end zone at least once.
Credit to Thatcher defense. They were tough. They played tough, and regardless of what the score says and regardless of what people say, that game was a little bit closer than it might have appeared. Show Low gave up a couple, if I remember correctly, just some busted coverages plays and a big touchdown from scrimmage against that Thatcher team. So they've obviously haven't given up any big plays today.
Well, the teams are on the wrong side of the field, so they're going to flip that, and we're going to get this thing underway here in just a moment. Samuel James will be back deep for the Yellow Jackets. Brecken Sarche is also going to go back deep. Those two guys filling the shoes of one David Simmons, who used to return kicks for this Yellow Jacket team, and he was deadly dangerous.
Lethal in open space.
He has earned a starting spot where he's playing football at Carroll University, and he also is now taking over this weekend for the game tomorrow. He's taking over as a kick returner.
Oh, really?
For them, yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah, here's a high kick, and that's going to be Sarche at about the 16-yard line. And he gets manhandled in a hurry. And I tell you, everything that could go right for Show Low is happening right now. And they are getting so much momentum. The crowd is going wild on that far side of the field. Corbin Wood is the guy that comes up and makes a great special teams play for the Show Low Cougars.
So if I'm Blue Ridge, we know we're going to run the ball. We know we're going to run the ball right here. We got to win first and second down. We got to win first down to stay on schedule. And then when we throw it, just be able to kind of help our OC out, help the quarterback out, catch a couple to loosen up this Cougar defense.
So the Yellow Jackets are going to go to work. They'll take over the football at their own 25-yard line and try Carlo Harris right up the middle against that very tough Show Low run defense. The Cougars are just looking better in every facet of the game than we've seen them in a while, and they have picked a great night to do it on the road at their arch rivals, the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets, and that's a 0 gain for Carlo on first down.
Yeah, good job by our defensive line, our interior linemen stepping down into our gap, right, getting good depth, locking out the guard and making the tackle.
Harris in motion out of the backfield. It leaves it empty, and they'll quickly throw to that side, and the pass is complete to Logan Robeson.
Okay.
And Robeson is going to take this one for a first down. He is able to gain 11 yards on the play, and that's a big play in a number of ways, including they finally get the monkey off their back after 6 straight incomplete passes. The Yellow Jackets finally do complete one.
They do, and you got to be able to do that, right? I mean, you're not going to go away from it because we're playing football, and you got to have it in the playbook. But to be able to complete that and pick up a first down is big for Logan there.
And that's an 11-yard gain and a first down at the 36-yard line. Their own 36. The Yellow Jackets have the football. You're listening to Mix 98 KRFM Show Low, the broadcast home of Sports Zone Radio, on what is turning into a chilly evening at Blue Ridge High School. Carlo Hernandez, the carry to the 40-yard line. That'll be Carlo Harris. Harris, the gain of 4 yards.
And there he is again. That's fine. That's fine. He's going to run that ball downhill, 3.5, stay alive for your Blue Ridge offense, and he gets a good push up front by the right guard and tackle.
I don't know who came up with 3.5 stay alive, but that had to be a lineman. Second down and 6.
That's probably a universal thing. Tim Slade always says
Carlo
that.
Harris is going to get knocked down at the 45-yard line. That'll be a gain of 5 on the play for Carlo. And, again, some really good work going on in the middle of that defense for Show Low. So that was Tim Slade that
he always said it
you
to
learned
us.
it from?
Yeah, he always said it
3.5 stay alive?
3.5 stay
He's
alive.
a lineman. Was Tim a
He was a lineman.
Was he a tackle? Was he a guard? What was he?
He was a right tackle. He played we played tight end at MCC and then at New Mexico State and then was a tight end turned tackle for the Aggies.
He must have liked those flapjacks a lot. Here's the give to Carlo Harris for another 5-yard gain right to midfield.
There he goes again.
And the Yellow Jackets putting together a pretty nice early second half drive as Harris comes up a little gimpy on that. He might have got hit in the back. He's grimacing a little bit after the gain. And so Carlo will line up in the pistol formation behind the quarterback. In shotgun is Luke Berlin, and it's Harris again. They figure, hey, you got knocked around a little bit. You came up a little bit banged up. We're going to give it to you again. Make sure you get loosened up a little bit.
Get ready to go.
Yeah.
Get ready to go.
2-yard gain.
Yeah, and they pulled and kicked out the end there. Last 2 was just straight power, and then they brought a guard. They brought a guard across to kick out the defensive end, and he picks up a couple yards. But for the most part, Blue Ridge staying inside.
They're going to decide to throw here on second down and 8, and that is fired across the middle. Looked like the intended receiver was, if I'm not mistaken, it was Hunter Krause. It's incomplete, though. It was at his feet.
Corbin Wood, big hit on the quarterback. Luke Berlin rolling out to the left, stayed in there and tried to deliver a pass, but Corbin Wood made him pay for it. Came downhill, the outside linebacker, and in pursuit of the quarterback and was able to make a big play.
The referee is still talking it over. With a flag down, and that's illegal man downfield on the offense. And it looks like Show Low is going to take they're going to take the penalty, the 5-yard step off, and it'll be second down again. Well, that shows you a little bit of confidence right there in your defense.
Yeah. They've played well. They've played well here.
Yeah, the Yellow Jackets have been moving the ball on this possession, but Show Low seems undeterred by that, and they went ahead and accepted that penalty. Second down and 13. Berlin looking to his right, now steps up and throws on the wheel route intended for Harrison. Carlo Harris is able to reach back with the defender right there in his face, and he hauls in the catch. Wow, well done by Carlo. He focused up, made a great catch.
Yeah, that was awesome. Our quarterback just dropped back and threw it up to Harrison. Our safety, we were too high. Show Low defense, we were too high. Our safety his eyes were caught inside, and so he kind of stepped downhill thinking it was run and never was able to recover over there to the numbers.
Well, that was exactly a 30-yard gain on the play for the Jackets and a big first down, and their longest gain from scrimmage. Now it's going to be a 5-yard penalty on illegal procedure. That's a big one right there.
Yeah, that was. And it's good that it came through the air. Our running back made the play. He does a little bit of everything, but was a pass nonetheless and a big play.
67 yards passing now for Luke Berlin on 4 of 10. As he connects on his first 2 official pass attempts of the second half. He'll give it to Harris, who made that catch. So Carlo's kind of turning into the guy in all facets, isn't he? I mean,
yeah.
give him the ball for everything. And let's see what Carlo gets. Looks like he got about 6 yards on the gain. So 2nd down and 9 coming up.
That was kind of just like a spread set. And so where's our 57, Jared Cox? Had a good seal on the defensive end.
2nd down and 9. Marker is down, and it looks like offside on the defense. Somebody lined up in the neutral zone.
In the neutral zone. Okay, here, Blue Ridge showing some life.
So a 5-yard step off. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
Manageable 2nd down.
And the Yellow Jackets go back to work. Line of scrimmage about the 16-yard line. Berlin in all kinds of trouble, and there is Cooper to bring him down.
Yep.
Once again, the Show Low Cougars rise to the occasion, and the guy that gets there is Cooper Peck for the quarterback sack.
Yeah, coming off the right edge, and Blue Ridge just kind of going with that zone blocking, right, trying to get everybody off to the left, and wasn't able to hold back our Show Low Cougar defensive line. And they made a big stop for him on 2nd down, brings up 3rd and long.
They're down in 12. Empty backfield as Harris motions out. And they fake it to the right, throw a screen on the left side. Samuel James is hit initially, bounces off that, tries to keep that thing going downfield. But he is chased down. Is that Anderson that gets there for another nice play? And that'll be a gain of about 6 on the play, and that's where it gets stopped. 4th down and 6 yards coming up.
Is this the field goal unit coming out, Floyd? Got to have some points after this drive,
it
right?
looks like it,
you got to have some points here. Need to score right here, and that's a great drive. They need to be rewarded.
This is going to be a challenge. Kick right here. This is kind of at the limits of most of your high school kickers.
Yeah.
Right here, you're looking at a 36-yard kick. And they are making a ton of noise on the far side of the field as this kick goes on the way. It looks like enough
Wow.
foot. Just enough for a 36-yard field goal.
That's impressive. Good hold. The snap was quick. We had a good hold, and he had another 10 yards on that thing. He had a little more leg too.
Adrian Diaz gets the kick. We're going to grab a timeout, everybody. Stand by. We'll return in a moment here in the 3rd quarter, and it's a 4-point Show Low advantage. The Sports Zone Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
This could be your best vacation ever. Start with 2 nights at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. Then add 2 premium tickets to see Mr. Garth Brooks live at Caesars Palace the first night you're there. And if that's not enough, let's add 2 tickets to the National Finals Rodeo the very next night. What? When you choose Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint to replace your insured windshield, everyone gets steak dinner for 2 at Cattleman Steakhouse and 2 movie tickets. And right now, everyone, cash or insurance, gets their name put in the hat to win a vacation they will never forget. 2 front section tickets to see Garth Brooks live at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. And 2 tickets the next night to see the National Finals Rodeo. If you have a broken windshield, you know the jingle.
5, 3, 6, 5, 9, 7, 2. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass.
Beeman Well Drilling is a proud partner of Sports Zone Radio and the Friday Night Football Show, and they give support to each and every school and team in the White Mountains. Just like Sports Zone Radio, Beeman Drilling has the kind of experience that makes them the best at what they do. Paul Wyatt is the guy to talk to, and he'll take your call anytime, day or night, 537-1031. Or better yet, call him right on his cell phone, 928-205-7647. This football season, go deep with Beeman Drilling.
Hey, have you heard the rumor that the free Lifeline phone program has ended?
I got some great news. It's not true. Cellular One is still providing free phones and unlimited talk and text nationwide, plus 5 gigabytes of high-speed data.
Wow, free unlimited talk, text, and 5 gigabytes of high-speed data.
Want to see if you qualify? Just visit your local Cellular One store today. You can walk out with a brand new smartphone and enjoy the biggest, most reliable network on the Navajo Nation. Cellular One, keeping you connected for over 30 years, and we're here to stay.
Hey, back in, everybody. Welcome back to the fourth quarter of our Sports Zone Game of the Week broadcast from Paul Moro Stadium. The Show Low Cougars surrender the ball on a punt to start the fourth quarter, and we are back into it, everybody. Floyd Simmons and Mackie Slade, and thank you for joining us for our live broadcast coverage. The fourth quarter getting underway now. Show Low leading Blue Ridge 14-10.
Should be interesting to see where this goes. This obviously can go kind of either way. That third quarter blew by pretty quick. I was surprised at how fast it went by, but both teams ran the ball a little bit. So
and both teams had the ball exactly one time.
Yeah,
in that quarter. So from the 27-yard line, the Yellow Jackets will have it. They give it to Carlo Harris, and Harris is going to dodge and weave his way up for a large gain to the 45-yard line. 18 yards to pick up on the play for Carlo Harris.
Man, that guy runs hard. Had a head of steam, too. Not ultra shifty, but gets downhill and does a good job.
Well, give it to him again, I guess. This time he's going to run into the teeth of the defense, and Carlo will take it to the 49-yard line. This is a gain of 4 this time for Carlo, and it brings up second down for the Yellow Jackets. Neither one of these teams is really specializing in the forward pass today, are they?
No. Probably,
I mean, you had
probably Show Low a little bit more, right? Edge to Show Low, maybe just because it seems they've had more success, but been on the ground.
Yeah, the running game has been the key for both teams, for Blue Ridge in particular, and we'll see if they can get points out of a drive now as they've run it successfully a couple of times. Now they'll give Luke a chance to throw, and he does throw downfield, and it's incomplete. Mm-hmm. That was clearly that. He was expecting a timing route, a very specific distance, and his receiver right there, Sam James, they just weren't on the same page.
No, they weren't. They weren't on the same page. James might have been a little too deep in his route maybe, or just got washed down the field there. So credit Show Low secondary. Credit the Show Low secondary.
So that brings up an interesting case here, and we see Trenton Trickey, the leading receiver on this team. He comes off the field for the Yellow Jackets. What do you do on 3rd down and 6 right here? Do you give it to Carlo and say, Carlo, it's up to you, get us the first down, or are you going to throw the football?
I don't know. Maybe something
interesting.
They ran a little bubble to him earlier.
2 receivers split out to the right.
I have a hard time thinking it's not going to number 12 right here.
The Yellow Jackets,
on a big 3rd down.
The enormity of the moment, they will call a timeout. We're going to grab a timeout, everybody. Stand by. This is the Sports Zone Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
When it comes to paint, whether you're looking for interior or exterior paint, Dunn Edwards provides quality solutions to make all your painting projects look professional. And the home of Dunn Edwards in the White Mountains is Ace Hardware in Show Low, Pine Top, and Heber Overgard. Thanks to Dunn Edwards, Ace has the best interior paint for your home or office, and their exterior paint will stand up to the wear and tear of our tough seasonal weather. When it's time to paint, it's time to visit Ace Hardware of the White Mountains for high-quality Dunn Edwards interior and exterior paint and primer.
Imagine watching your favorite team without a comfy couch to leap from when your team scores that winning touchdown, or a table for all of your favorite game time snacks, or even a media center to display your TV. Unthinkable. The Furniture Gallery, located in Snowflake, brings only the best to make your game time experience a winner. The Furniture Gallery will help make your house into a home, and they'll do whatever it takes to make you a customer for life.
So 3rd down and 6 for the Yellow Jackets. They spend a timeout. They've got 2 remaining for the half.
I think I know what I'd run here.
Okay.
I'd run a little double crack. Just go Carlo Harris just on a swing route to the right. Make our X and Y double crack back here on the linebacker and corner and throw it to him.
And they're going to throw the other way, and it's a pick six unfolding for the Show Low Cougars. They read it perfectly. The Yellow Jackets telegraphed a play as they tried to run the screen to the opposite side of your X and Y. And it is intercepted by Cameron Hernandez and taken back for a touchdown.
Cameron Hernandez, that boy. That boy making himself known tonight. What a play. What a play.
Cam has jumped to the front of the lead for the Sports Zone's player of the game, hasn't he?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Play like that, some consistency tonight, and then a big-time play there on defense when your team needs it.
And the Cougars grab a 20-10 lead, playing as if the playoffs were on the line. And, in fact, for the Show Low Cougars, ranked number 19 coming in, the playoffs are on the line. This kick is up, and the kick is good, and it's a 21-10 lead for the Show Low Cougars. Stand by, everybody. The Sports Zone Game of the Week is presented by Hatch Toyota.
Factory Challenge is on! And Hatch Toyota in Show Low is stepping up! The factory has challenged us to sell 50 new Tundras by the end of the month. And guess what? We're gonna crush it! Every single Tundra, in every trim, every option, and every color will be sold at Factory Invoice. You pay exactly what we pay. You'll save thousands! We'll even show you the factory invoice. No games, no gimmicks, just the best price you'll find anywhere. The challenge is real, and the savings are massive. Hatch Toyota in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall.
Your neighbors and friends won't have to fake their enthusiasm over your new wall. With the durability and strength of precast Verticrete walls from Hatch Concrete is a solid investment. Enhance your property's value with a two-sided decorative concrete wall that's as stylish as it is affordable. No yearly repairs or restaining needed. Request a free estimate from Hatch Concrete today, where quality isn't just a name, but a tradition.
Back to it, everybody. The Show Low Cougars to kick it away after a long-distance pick six by Cameron Hernandez. And this will be brought back across the 35-yard line. And the tackle made at about the 37. We'll take another look at that Cameron Hernandez pick six and get you some distance on it as well. How about a 42-yard interception return for Cam? He read it perfectly.
He did.
And, you know, that's a play that the Yellow Jackets have run twice in the game before this. And, you know, they gambled, and Hernandez read it to perfection.
Yeah, he did. Tremendous play, big-time play there. And well-deserving, right? Watched his film, paid attention to detail in the first and second quarter, and made a play.
So the Show Low Cougars out in front. Here's the give to Carlo Harris, and Harris is able to pick up about 11 yards. Well, right at 10. 10-yard pickup and a first down for Harris.
You're kind of in, you do have some time, but you kind of have to have a little sense of urgency here. Make sure you dial it up, and it's got to be the right play call, but then get back to the huddle ready to go. Says we don't waste too much time because we got to score and score quickly.
First down play. And going to the air. There's a marker down right at the snap. They let the play run, though, so that was not a false start. Some other form of illegal procedure, I believe, because it was thrown by the linesman from the near side of the field. And we'll see what
moving. Was he moving prior to the snap? Yeah, our receiver maybe right here. Or?
So the Show Low Cougars will take the penalty and march it back 5 yards. It will be a 1st and 15 from the 41-yard line. The Yellow Jackets 41-yard line. We got 9:45 remaining in regulation here. 21-10, the lead. At the end of our game, the Sports Zone player of the game will be announced. That's brought to you by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. Wraparound draw, and Carlo Harris is going to dance around, and he's going to get the 15+. How about 19?
Great play design. Great play design, and snap the ball and get your quarterback kind of booting out, as we've seen him do a bunch, running the ball, and then Harris just kind of, Hands right there behind the back and run a little wraparound draw to him.
Did a good job to use the block of Jared Cox right there and run off of that, and just good vision. Great little jump cut there by Carlo Harris, and he gains 19 and a first down for the Yellow Jackets to the Cougar 39-yard line. And now for the first time today, a give to
Hunter Kraus.
Hunter Kraus, and Kraus gains nothing on the play.
Is that number 1 for Kraus?
It's first carry of the day. And it didn't go anywhere. Second down and 10 coming up. Several of those Show Low defenders in on the play, including a guy that's had a good game. Corbin Wood was there.
Yeah.
To help make the play.
Wood's been flying around tonight. He's made some big plays. Hits hard.
Second down play, fake it. And Berlin will whip it out to the left side, looking for Samuel James, who laid out for it, but it's incomplete.
Staff and students
Berlin on the move.
We're gonna pull some raffle tickets.
Has had a hard time, I think, tonight, just being on target. You know what I'm saying, Floyd? Just either right or left. Seems like it's been just a touch high or low.
Well, so far in the game, 5 out of 14, and 82 yards passing, and an interception. Here's Carlo Harris, who has scored the lone touchdown that Blue Ridge has had so far today, and Harris will get knocked down at the 35-yard line. Gain of 4 on the play for Carlo.
Let's get loud, guys. They need this.
Big fourth down here. See if Blue Ridge can figure it out and pick it up here.
Well, with 8:13 remaining in the fourth quarter, they figure this is must-gain situation. They're going to throw deep. They got a man wide open. The pass is caught. Trenton Trickey. Wow, what a gamble by the play caller, Alex Stebbins, and a perfect delivery by Luke Berlin. He struggled a bit today, but that 35-yard touchdown pass was right on the money.
He did. Kind of booted out to the left and was able to set up. And they just run him on a little seam route over the top and coming in tight too, Floyd. They ran that out of a tighter set, and so our corners and our safety had our eyes caught inside and just kind of forgot that we had coverage and responsibility over the top.
Huge play, a must score play. I mean, not really, they needed the first down is what they needed. They got the touchdown on a fourth down. They go for the bomb, and they deliver for the home fans. A 35-yard touchdown. Now the two-point conversion, and it's 21-18. Show Low in front. Stand by, everybody. We'll be back in a moment. The Sports Zone Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
This could be your best vacation ever. Start with 2 nights at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. Then add 2 premium tickets to see Mr. Garth Brooks live at Caesars Palace the first night you're there. And if that's not enough, let's add 2 tickets to the National Finals Rodeo the very next night. What? When you choose Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint to replace your insured windshield, everyone gets steak dinner for 2 at Cattleman's Steakhouse and 2 movie tickets. And right now, everyone, cash or insurance, gets their name put in the hat to win a vacation they will never forget. 2 front section tickets to see Garth Brooks live at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. And 2 tickets the next night to see the National Finals Rodeo. If you have a broken windshield, you know the jingle.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. Cash back to you. Woohoo!
The kick is away, and the kick is run down that left sideline by Dane Ruzma, and Ruzma is able to take it out before he stepped out of bounds to about the 41-yard line, something like that. Shoal's got decent field position for sure with 7:57 remaining in a 3-point game, 21-18. So how about the Yellow Jackets gambling on 4th down and throwing the bomb and getting the touchdown? Okay, and then going for 2.
For sure. I thought they were going to run the ball right there. They came in tight, so they fooled me in letting that their slot receiver kind of release out and catch a touchdown. But
Cougars give it to Jet Walker, and Jet loses a yard on the play.
But it was enough, Floyd. It was enough to kind of rally the troops here for your home crowd, Blue Ridge, for your home team, right? So defense is flying around, winning first down and getting a tackle for a loss there, showing some renewed vigor, right? Some renewed life on defense.
That was minus a yard a moment ago for Jet Walker, and now on second down and 11. Show Low trying to take time off that clock. Here is Dax Lamson. He hasn't had a lot of action today running the football, but
one of his better.
Going to get some much-needed yardage right there.
Yeah, one of his better runs right there.
Daniel Rodriguez among those guys on the play. Trenton Trickey was there to help out, help make that tackle as well. 6-yard gain for Lamson.
Yeah, he's able to run outside there with the tackle in tote. Jacob Murray, big Jacob Murray clearing some room for Lamson for a pickup, positive yards.
Sam James helped out on that tackle for the Yellow Jackets as well. It's third down and 5. Fake it, throw over the middle, and Chris Yorksmith has the catch, and Yorksmith takes it into Yellow Jacket territory. That was a big catch as well.
Yeah, a little jump ball. He had to kind of jump up and grab it, the big tight end. He looks every bit of over 6 foot. Good hands and was able to cover it as well.
12-yard gain, first down yardage for the Cougars.
Show Low answering here.
Ball at the Yellow Jacket 46-yard line. Handoff to Lamson. Lamson breaks out of the first contact, and Lamson drags a couple of defenders for first down yardage. How about a gain of 12 on the play for Lamson?
Lamson moving the pile.
Back-to-back 12-yard pickups for the Cougar offense, and now we'll get stoppage for a moment.
Here comes the athletic trainer, it looks like.
Hunter Kraus was momentarily in the backfield. And now we'll check out of the game. Maybe he got a little dinged up.
Yeah, the athletic trainer's helping him out. My wife, Lisa Slade, is an athletic trainer and was an athletic trainer here at Blue Ridge for a couple of years.
Really?
Yeah, we lived here in Show Low. We lived in Show Low, and she worked here at Blue Ridge High School and taught sports medicine and athletic training. She was an athletic trainer here under Bob London. Bob London was the coach.
Okay, all right.
The great Bob London.
First down at the 35-yard line of Blue Ridge. Show Low's got the football with 5:42 remaining in the fourth quarter. Walker in motion. They give it up the middle. That's Anderson with the carry, and he is going to get dragged down. Several on the play, including Dodger Hawkins right there in the middle of that defense. A 3-yard gain on the play for Anderson. Hadn't seen much of Anderson in the second half, but he'll get that opportunity right there. Trenton Trickey helping to finish off the tackle. Second down and 7. 3-point game. Show Low in front of the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets. It really feels like a bigger lead than that, doesn't it?
It does.
It feels like Show Low's kind of had the best of Blue Ridge by more than 3 points.
It does.
And by the way, Hunter Kraus is back on the field. And carrying the football was Neese.
Yeah, Aiden Neese.
And let's see what he's able to get out of it. How about 2 yards? 2 yards for Aiden Neese. Third down and 5 coming up. It's a big play for the Yellow Jacket defense right now. Can they force Show Low into fourth and something more than 5 yards or in that neighborhood?
Right.
You know, can they keep it from being real tight? Let's see if Show Low will try to get Blue Ridge to jump right here. Not going to do it. They're going to go direct snap, and they're going to try to get Jet Walker for the first down. He gains 3 on the play.
They stopped him short.
2 yards shy, matter of fact.
Blue Ridge linebacker stepping downhill towards the gap, right? You coach these backers up. Our first step has to be towards our gap. And that's what we get from number 16, Noah Chi. He's played a little bit of defensive end, and then also outside linebacker. Noah Chi stepped down to his gap and was able to make a good tackle here to hold him fourth and short.
So all of a sudden now the situation
it gets interesting
for Show Low is, 4th and 2. You're going to try the hard count, right? That's kind of automatic.
Right.
You just hope that your own guys don't jump off,
right?
Which happened earlier in the game, and now Show Low has decided we need more time to talk this thing over. So you're going to spend one of those timeouts, and we'll take a timeout as well. This is the Sports Zone Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
Beeman Well Drilling is a proud partner of Sports Zone Radio and the Friday Night Football Show, and they give support to each and every school and team in the White Mountains. Just like Sports Zone Radio, Beeman Drilling has a kind of experience that makes them the best at what they do. Paul Wyatt is the guy to talk to, and he'll take your call anytime, day or night. 537-1031. Or better yet, call him right on his cell phone, 928-205-7647. This football season, go deep with Beeman Drilling.
Hatch Concrete promises it is that and more. Ready to build that shed, shop, or house? You name it. Build it with Fox Blocks. High-energy, efficient, insulated, interlocking concrete forms. Think Legos, but for big kids. Visit hatchconcrete.com today for an estimate and get ready to Fox it.
So we're back in, everybody, and we've got a huge situation right here. Show Low 21, Blue Ridge 18. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left, fourth quarter. And a 4th down and 2 as Show Low breaks the huddle. Come out of their timeout, and a direct snap to Jet Walker, and he slipped as he planted his foot, and the Yellow Jackets were able to knock him down for no gain and get the ball back on downs, down by 3 points.
Play of the game, maybe? Could be. That was, oh no.
Let's see it again. Let's look at that again, because I think the key is that he lost his footing, right? So run that again. Oh, he just spun out.
They were there, though, too. Blue Ridge defenders were ready for him.
Yeah,
Blue Ridge. It would have been a battle to pick it up.
Blue Ridge sold out to stop that, right? And now they're going to give it to Carlo Harris, and Harris is going to be stopped just a little shy of the first down. Harris is able to get 8 yards on the play.
There's your wraparound again, that wraparound draw.
He's the guy, right? Just keep feeding the beast.
Carlo Harris he's putting together a pretty good resume, an impressive resume tonight, Floyd.
Yeah, no doubt, really. So the Yellow Jackets going to give it to Carlo again, and this time it's shut right down. You got to believe that the guy is getting a little bit tired, isn't he?
He's got to be tired.
Getting a little wore out. Dax Lamson was there on the play.
And I guess they gave that to him. That's interesting. I thought he might have been short there, but.
Wow. All right, give him the 2 yards.
Yeah.
And a first down.
Yeah, I thought he might have been just maybe a touch short, but those guys have a better angle, a better view than I do. I won't complain. This thing's almost sub 2.5 right here.
Well, 2 minutes and 18 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. The Yellow Jackets have 2 timeouts, right?
Yes.
Seem about right?
That sounds right.
Timeout graphic on our scoring graphic there is not accurate. Sorry about that. Lone receiver to the left is Trenton Trickey, and he's going to run a comeback to the sideline. He'll make a diving catch, and the official says yes. He says, yeah, that was a catch indeed. And that will be right at the sticks. We'll see if they mark that as a first down. And they do.
They're going to set them up for a first down.
And they move the chains quickly. A 10-yard pickup on the pass play to Trenton Trickey. The ball now at the 48-yard line, approaching midfield.
Great catch by Trickey. Good concentration. Catching that one, kind of dive and reel it in and keep his feet in bounds. That's a big-time play when they needed it.
The Cougars want a timeout on defense. They want to get themselves gathered in. Yep. Spend a timeout before it gets into that critical red zone territory for the Yellow Jackets, should they move the ball downfield. We'll grab a timeout as well with 2:02 remaining. Stand by. It's the Sports Zone Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
It's back. And it's bigger and better than ever. Get the year's biggest deals during the Toyota National Sales Event at Hatch Toyota in Show Low. Get the best truck on the market with its advanced technology, superior towing capacity, and rugged durability. The 2024 Tundra SR5 is designed to tackle any challenge. Enjoy the comfort of a luxurious interior combined with the power of a high-performance engine, making every drive an adventure. And now, drive one away starting at just $499 a month. Plus, when you buy a Tundra, get a Tundra, a free Yeti Tundra 45 cooler for free. It's our national sales event. Make no payments for 90 days. Hatch Toyota will make your first payment for you. We are paying over Kelley Blue Book fair market value for your trade. Don't miss our national sales event going on now at Hatch Toyota in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall and online at hatchtoyota.com. $500 cannot be combined with other offers. These for 36 months with $3,599 with second.
Blue Ridge to tie it up or take the game.
"34 seconds."
Well, to our video audience, I'm sorry. I don't know how long you haven't been hearing the dang play-by-play call here. But radio audience had the call for the last several minutes.
Yellow Jacket.
Keep your eye on those audio levels right there, okay? It's part of the job. 34 minutes, 34 seconds remaining in this one. And look at the Yellow Jackets going to have to go a long way. They're going to throw deep. Samuel James beat the defense. He had 2 steps on the defender. And
wow,
Luke Berlin threw the ball as far as he could let it fly. I think that thing went 55 yards in the air.
That was an impressive throw. It was an impressive heave.
I don't know if he could get another yard out of it, and I mean there was. How did the Show Low let the guy beat them back on defense?
Crazy.
Isn't it amazing how that happens?
Yeah.
You see that a lot at the high school level. You know you're supposed to stay behind. Nobody can get behind you.
It doesn't happen.
And then all of a sudden, Samuel James gets 2 steps on the deepest guy.
Loose, right.
Unfortunately for the Yellow Jackets, they couldn't connect on that. That stopped the clock with 27 seconds. Throw to James again on a middle screen. Wide receiver screen coming toward the middle of the field. And now, boy, Blue Ridge has to get up and clock it. They're going to stop the clock to move the chains.
Stop the clock, spike the ball.
Either that or call a play right now.
Right.
Get your play called.
They set it up. Wow, the clock should not be running.
Yeah, there should be more than 18 seconds on the clock. The officials aren't doing anything about it.
That's insane.
The Yellow Jackets lost 10 seconds right there.
Oh yeah.
And the officials are doing nothing about it. It's the back judge that's supposed to be watching the clock, and he wasn't paying attention at all.
The chains weren't set up. The clock should be stopped while they set the chains up, and then. Did the White Hat wind it early though?
I don't know, but I will say this: you're the hometown. You're the home timekeeper.
You're right.
You're the clock keeper at home.
That's crazy, and this is what they're going to call that. This is the last play. The way the clock's been running, this is the last play of the game.
Listen, the home timekeeper always favors the home team.
Milks it.
That's part of football. 101.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
Throw
no.
again, and no tackle there. Got to get out of bounds, and Trent and Tricky will get out of bounds with 1 second remaining.
Oh, my
And so that's going to give the Yellow Jackets one last play.
0.3 seconds.
They ran off an extra 1 second because the official did not stop it when Tricky went down out of bounds. Tricky gets up limping.
Legitimately, there should be like 8 seconds on the clock right now.
Yeah, no doubt.
That's crazy. I'll be losing my mind right now. If I'm in Heber and this happens in Heber, I'd be going crazy.
You'd be you'd be all over that,
Us
wouldn't you?
coaches in Heber would be like, what are we doing? What is happening?
Well, this is your final play. It says 0.3 seconds.
Dang.
The officials had no interest in the last couple of plays.
Stay on top, Show Low.
Clockwise. Yeah, Show Low can't let anybody get past. And we've seen Luke's got a big arm. Luke's going to have to throw it deep down the middle of the field. He throws an interception to Hernandez, Cam Hernandez, who is in strong contention for the Sports Zone's Player of the Game. And the Show Low Cougars register a huge victory for Show Low. They're going to mob the field. The players are mobbing. That's a monster win. Number 19 Show Low has taken down number 10 Blue Ridge 21-18. Wow.
That's crazy.
Wow, what a win for Show Low. They have played better and better football lately. Seems like every time they get out there, they're playing better football. They played great against Thatcher, really.
Yeah, they did.
You know, the differential on the scoreboard was pretty big. But they played a strong game. And I got to tell you, man, I'm impressed with what the Show Low Cougars are doing here late in the season. We are going to pause for a moment, everybody.
Congratulations to
We'll be back to get our post game underway, announce our Sports Zone Player of the Game, and more coming up in just a bit. This is the Sports Zone Game of the Week. It's presented by Hatch Toyota.
It's back. and it's bigger and better than ever. Get the year's biggest deals during the Toyota National Sales Event at Hatch Toyota in Show Low. Get the best truck on the market with its advanced technology, superior towing capacity, and rugged durability. The 2024 Tundra SR5 is designed to tackle any challenge. Enjoy the comfort of a luxurious interior combined with the power of a high-performance engine, making every drive an adventure. And now, drive one away starting at just $4.99 a month. Plus, when you buy a Tundra, get a Tundra, a free Yeti Tundra 45 cooler for free. It's our national sales event. Make no payments for 90 days. Hatch Toyota will make your first payment for you. We are paying over Kelley Blue Book fair market value for your trade. Don't miss our national sales event going on now at Hatch Toyota in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall and online at hatchtoyota.com.
Not approved credit tax and license, $5.99 documentation fees. Plus 2 cash fees. Tax payment cannot exceed $500. Cannot be combined with other offers. Fees for 36 months with $3,599 to a second.
When it comes to paint, whether you're looking for interior or exterior paint, Dunn Edwards provides quality solutions to make all your painting projects look professional. And the home of Dunn Edwards in the White Mountains is Ace Hardware in Show Low, Pine Top, and Heber Overgard. Thanks to Dunn Edwards, Ace has the best interior paint for your home or office, and their exterior paint will stand up to the wear and tear of our tough seasonal weather. When it's time to paint, it's time to visit Ace Hardware of the White Mountains for high-quality Dunn Edwards interior and exterior paint and primer.
Hey, have you heard the rumor that the free Lifeline phone program has ended?
I got some great news. It's not true. Cellular One is still providing free phones and unlimited talk and text nationwide, plus 5 gigabytes of high-speed data.
Wow, free unlimited talk, text, and 5 gigabytes of high-speed data.
Want to see if you qualify? Just visit your local Cellular One store today. You can walk out with a brand new smartphone and enjoy the biggest, most reliable network on the Navajo Nation. Cellular One, keeping you connected for over 30 years, and we're here to stay.
The gridiron is where teams come to battle and dominate. With over 5 decades of knowledge and expertise, manpower, and a whole lot of horsepower, Perkins Cinders is that all-star teammate you need to dominate your project. They deliver all things dirt, from gravel, cinders, topsoil mulch, concrete materials, and more. Want to score big? Use the one that will get you that win. Perkins Cinders is helping you get a load of this.
I'm good, man. How are you?
Hey, everybody, welcome in and welcome to our post-game wrap-up of the Sports Zone Game of the Week. It's presented by Hatch Toyota. Hey, anybody that's wearing a Dodgers shirt deserves to be talking. Who are we talking to?
Jason, right? Yes, sir.
Jason who? Jason Weed? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, nice to meet you, Jason. Great. Who? By the way, who won the game? Still ongoing? Still ongoing? 2-2 in the ninth. Okay. 6-3 final. Dodgers win. Yes. 6-3 final. Dodgers win, baby. Okay. There's your final on Game 1 of the World Series. But we're back. Our post-game wrap-up gets underway. It's the Sports Zone play. It's the Sports Zone Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. Let's see if we can move that camera. Can we move that camera over this way? Let's see if we can do that, okay? Let's get that camera moving this direction because we're going to be interviewing our Sports Zone players of the game. We got a couple of players that we'll announce here, and we'll be glad to give some great swag to. All right, because
swagger.
Show Low has come up with a huge win. Show Low, the number 19 team in the state, has taken down the number 10 Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets. Those two teams will be very close in the rankings to each other when the new rankings come out on Tuesday. Mm-hmm. The only thing is this: will Show Low have enough to jump over the Yellow Jackets? That's going to be interesting because Show Low's now 4-5. The overall record is 4-5, and the one-loss record has something to do with it. On the other hand, on the other side of things is that the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets still have a 7-2 record. 7-2.
That's crazy.
So you got that record. You got 4-5. Which one will be ranked higher in the next rankings? I think the Yellow Jackets will.
Blue Ridge is still going to be ranked higher than Show Low.
Right.
Even though they lost in a head-to-head.
It seems like it, but again, there is definitely check in with us later. Check in news at 11 kind of deal. Okay, let's go through our scoring recap in this one. It was the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets opening up the scoring on their very first possession of the day. It looked good for Blue Ridge. They were able to force a fumble and get the ball at the Show Low 29-yard line in that first quarter. Very first possession resulted in a 29-yard scoring drive for the Yellow Jackets. At the 8-minute mark of the first quarter, Carlo Harris was able to run it in from 1 yard out for the Yellow Jackets. The kick was good, and Blue Ridge had their only lead of the day, a 7-0 lead that would stand until there was 6 minutes and 17 seconds left in the second quarter, and that's when Show Low's Jet Walker scored on a 4-yard touchdown run for the Cougars. They got a short field to make that happen after they blocked a Yellow Jacket punt. It was Cooper Peck, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Blocked that punt. So Show Low took over at the Yellow Jacket 24-yard line, and 5 plays later, Jet Walker had the touchdown, and the kick was good to tie the game at 7 apiece. Well, Show Low got the ball back one more time in the first half. They got it back with about 3 minutes left and went on a 68-yard scoring drive, and it was just masterfully put together by the coaching staff on the play calls and great execution on the field by that Show Low football team. Cash Perkins hooked up with Cam Hernandez on a 17-yard touchdown pass to finish that thing off with 3 seconds left in the second quarter. The kick was good, and Show Low took a 14-7 lead into halftime. Well, starting the second half, it was the Yellow Jackets striking first. They got the ball first to start the half, and they were able to take the ball down into field goal range for Adrian Diaz. And Diaz did convert on a 36-yard field goal to make it 14-10. Show Low in front, but 14-10 the score at that juncture. Moving ahead, moving down the road, the Yellow Jackets would once again get an opportunity, but not before they would get an opportunity. But Show Low was able to put the kibosh on that. Cam Hernandez read perfectly on a conversion attempt by the Yellow Jackets. Read the pass, the backside screen perfectly, and he undercut the pass, intercepted it, and returned it 42 yards for a Show Low touchdown, and the Cougars jumped out to a 21-10 lead. The Yellow Jackets would score on their next possession, a 35-yard touchdown pass from Luke Berlin to Trenton Trickey on a 4th down conversion attempt. They went for the whole thing, and they got it. With 8:03 remaining in the fourth quarter, the touchdown was good. The 2-point conversion was good as well, and that got us to 21-18. Show Low still in front, and that is how it all finished out. That's how it went. No further scoring, and the game was sealed on a Connor Wood interception for Show Low that came with 1:52 remaining in the fourth quarter. And the Show Low Cougars, after that, were able to run most of the time off. The Yellow Jackets got it back, but couldn't do anything in the final seconds. They did have a shot, though. Remember that. Yeah. They were working from, 85 yards out. And they had a shot. They had a man open deep, Mackey,
yes,
but couldn't connect with Samuel James.
No, he was 2 steps ahead of the nearest Show Low defender, but was just kind of overthrown. I thought we charted that ball at like a 50-yard pass. Every bit of 50, maybe a little bit more in the air.
Yeah,
so
no question about it. 27-37, that's going to be 50 yards receiving for that young man who we'll talk to in just a moment.
6 receptions.
Yeah.
Or 5 maybe?
5 receptions for 50 yards and a touchdown. Importantly, a touchdown receiving and then a touchdown on defense. We're going to talk to our Sports Zone player of the game here in just a moment. I'm going to ask you to give up that microphone for a moment, okay?
For sure.
All right, and we'll get you back in a moment, my man. But let's bring on the quarterback. Well, actually, let's bring Cam on first here and do our post game. Pardon me? Oh, absolutely, sure. But you got to share it with us, right? Go ahead, mic him up. Share that interview with us, okay? All right. Yeah, share your footage. Post game is underway here on the Sports Zone Game of the Week broadcast presented by Hatch Toyota. Go ahead and have a seat right there. Do we got it? Can we there we go. That'll work out just fine right there, guys. All right, we're looking at that camera right there, everybody, as we wrap up our post game here. Now are we recording that? Are we recording on that camera? Just FYI. Are we? Do you guys have any idea if we're recording on that camera? It would be helpful if we are, for sure. I mean, we have another recording, but that one is going to be important if we can get it. All right. All right, no problem. We'll just continue on. Hey, welcome everybody into Paul Moro Stadium and tonight's Sports Zone Game of the Week broadcast, a huge one. Our game is brought to you by Hatch Toyota, and the victory is brought to you by the Show Low Cougars as they came up with a 21-18 Massive win, massive in importance, a big win over the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets. Show Low came into the game with a 3-5 record and ranked number 19 in the state. Blue Ridge was number 10, and they've been dealt their second loss of the season, and Show Low was more than happy to do it, I'm sure. Let's talk to our Sports Zone player of the game. That's brought to you by White Mountain Regional Medical Center, and this is one of them right here. We have co-players, and Cam Hernandez is the guy who picks it up for Show Low. Congratulations on the win.
Hey, thank you very much, sir.
Tell me how that felt.
That felt amazing. I mean, we've been talking about it since June. Since June, we've been talking about going against them. We've had so much just I don't even know how to explain it.
Pent
so much
up,
will.
Pent up anticipation, right?
Yeah, so much anticipation just to beat these guys and just go at it. We knew we were going to win. We knew we were going to put up a fight. Like, we knew we were coming into this game that we were going to do something extraordinary.
Listen, Cameron, your team, the Show Low Cougars, have gotten better and better as the season has gone along, and you get guys back, you get guys more healthy now, and the Cougars look like a team that is going to be one you're going to want to reckon with when the postseason gets here, because I think you guys are headed to the playoffs.
Yeah, starting the year, we had a couple rough games, losing our first game 42-0. That was really rough, and just for the whole team to just keep coming back next Monday was just something like you don't see it. You never see it. And just as we progressed, as we went on game after game, we've just learned and we've just come closer together as a team. So
this is Cameron Hernandez, everybody, one of our Sports Zone players of the game. That's brought to you by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. Cameron, okay, your day, 5 catches for 50 yards. You caught a 17-yard touchdown pass with 3 seconds left in the first half. Tell me about that play.
No, that was Dane. That was Dane Roosma.
That was Dane Roosma.
Yeah.
Okay,
I caught the interception.
Yes, you had the pick six.
Yeah.
Let's jump to that then. Let's jump to you read that play perfectly. Now, first of all, Blue Ridge they tried to run a backside screen.
Yeah.
Okay, to the weak side of the field, and on the other side was the 2 receivers and
it was quads. Yeah, quads on that side.
And right before that was a timeout. And so you guys must have talked about that play. Well, how did you know what was coming? How did you read that play?
Seriously, yesterday, they ran the same play. Our scout ran the same play, and I was just on it the whole time. And I've been waiting the whole game for that play to come by. And it's just film. It's film too. Just studying film, watching play after play, and watching when they're gonna run that. So and I just watched the tight end the whole time, just to see what he does, and just right as he gave me that. He blocked, he came back, and that was it. That's all I needed, and I just jumped that ball.
So listen, some of those are kind of the toughest ones to catch. You're wide open, nobody's around you, it's right there in your hands. Yeah. That can be a tough one, but you handled it, and then there was nothing but green in front of you.
Yeah, I honestly thought someone was behind me. I looked back, and I was clean and gone. So, yeah, I mean, a catch like that, it's hard. It's gonna be hard no matter what. But I think definitely if I was more wide open, just in the plain green, just nothing, I would definitely drop it, but that's totally different.
Congratulations to you. You guys are looking good, man.
Yeah.
Okay, 4-5 record.
Yeah.
You finish up next week, get the season finished up, and you play the Payson Longhorns, and I'm sure you guys want to take your shot at Payson.
Yeah, we need to win that game to even, have hopes, because it might come down to a coin flip if we're going to make the playoffs or not. So we knew we had to win these next 4 games to even make it anywhere in the playoffs.
Cameron, congratulations. You guys get the big win tonight. The Sports Zone Game of the Week is presented by Hatch Toyota. Our Player of the Game presentation comes to you from White Mountain Regional Medical Center, and Show Low gets a 21-18 victory over the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets. Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Way to go. All right, let's get the quarterback. Let's mic him up and do a little post-game work with Cash Perkins. Yeah, good job, Cam. Way to go, man. Way to go. What a win for the Yellow Jackets, or for the Cougars coming into the Yellow Jackets home and getting the big win. We continue with our live video stream coverage. And now we'll get this young man all mic'd up. All right, you hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Hey, back in, everybody, to Paul Moro Stadium. We're at Blue Ridge High School, and a huge upset road victory for the Show Low Cougars over Blue Ridge. Final score 21-18. What a game. What a dogfight out here tonight. It was fun to watch, fun to call on the broadcast, and I'm sure really fun for the Show Low Cougars as they walk away here with this big, big win, and they knock down the number 10 team in the state. Welcome in. My name is Floyd Simmons, and the Sports Zone's Player of the Game is presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. We've got two of those. We talked a moment ago to Cameron Hernandez. He had a big pick six interception return for the Show Low Cougars in this game. And the quarterback here for the Show Low Cougars also had a great night. His name is Cash Perkins. Cash, congratulations, man. Way to go.
Thank you, Floyd.
You guys got the big win. How did that feel to you guys? I mean, your sideline, your bench stormed the field.
Yeah.
Okay, and the fans were going crazy over there on that side of the field, the visitor side. That was a special win for you guys tonight.
Yeah, it was awesome. I honestly didn't even expect that many fans, and they really showed out. That meant a lot, and you can tell for sure when you have that many fans and support. Like it comes onto the field. You can feel it, and it pushes you. Then running off when we score, hearing them scream, it's a big boost to help you play for sure.
So I'm checking your numbers here. You were 10 of 12, very efficient throwing the football, and your total yardage on the game for you. How does 80 yards passing sound? But critically, you threw that touchdown with 3 seconds remaining in the first half.
Yeah.
And a couple of times on that last drive of the first half, I saw you set your feet, plant, and just whip out a couple of fastballs, including that 17-yard touchdown. Man, I tell you, you're have you been working a lot on throwing the ball, because you're just getting stronger and stronger and stronger as the season goes?
Yeah, for sure. This offseason, I never stopped after Blue Ridge last year. We lost 30-0. That one really hurt. So me and Dane actually, we were the two after the season. We just every day tried to throw every day, just run routes, practiced post corners, just every little route we did, and yeah, I for sure, because I wasn't really happy with how I played last year. You could tell, I don't know, I didn't have good mechanics. I stepped far, but yeah, I really wanted to be one of the guys this year.
So you've been playing football for a while. Did you play youth football?
Yeah. Yes,
so
sir.
How many years of football have you played?
I'm not sure. I played from Mighty Mites.
So
all the way till now.
I don't know,
so,
8 years,
yeah,
10 years, who knows
like
what has it been? And so the question I would have for you is, has any other game, any other win, any other performance by you and a team you played on come close to matching the emotions of the win tonight?
No way. This one feels for sure sweet, because my whole high school career last year didn't go good, as you know. But this one felt really awesome, because we heard before, they were saying this is a bye week for them. This is gonna be a blowout, and that really fueled me and made me want to come out here and win it. So it was sweet.
Well, now you get to take on the Payson Longhorns, the only team in the region that has not suffered a loss. Payson is unbeaten in the 3A East, and you get a chance with one loss on your record, one loss on your region record.
Yes, sir.
You get a chance to go play Payson next week, or to get them at your place. So tell me about your thoughts on taking on the Longhorns.
I'm excited. It's a good opportunity, because we've been watching a bunch of film on their last game, Blue Ridge and Payson, and I think we're picking up on stuff. We know that QB, he can throw it good, but I know it's a big opportunity, because I think if we win this, we could actually get a decent seed in the playoffs. So.
Well, it's going to be big, and it's going to be our Sports Zone Game of the Week next Friday night. Hey, we're looking forward to it, man.
Heck yeah, thank you.
And you guys, if you get that win, I mean, there's no question in my mind you're going to crack the top 16 and go to the playoffs.
Yeah.
And even if you lose that game, and I know you guys don't want to talk in those terms, but, we're looking at it from the Sports Zone vantage point. Even if you lose a game, I don't know, there's a chance I think you guys still get in the playoffs. I mean, Payson was ranked number 5 going into this week, and so they're going to be a very highly ranked game. You're going to get a lot of help just by playing Payson. So it's a big game, a big way to finish the season for you guys.
Yes, sir, for sure. We got to go out there and, like you said, we really want to win this one, but, yeah, we just got to go get her done.
Before I let you go, give me 1 or 2 or 3 names that you want to shout out, other guys that made big contributions in the win tonight.
Well, first of all, my line. I'm going to go for all those guys first. They did phenomenal. And Alex Anderson, 34, man. He runs so hard. And I'm just proud of everyone tonight, man. Our defense stepped up. I'm just proud of everyone tonight. They did great.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Well, congratulations to you and the Cougars. Good win for you guys.
Thank you, sir.
All right, there's our Sports Zone player of the game. His name is Cash Perkins, the quarterback for the Show Low Cougars, and they get a 21-18 win tonight over the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets. What a win. What a night tonight here at Paul Moro Stadium. Another one of these great games that's going to go down in the annals of all-time great Blue Ridge and Show Low showdowns. The Cougars get the win tonight. The Sports Zone Game of the Week has been presented by Hatch Toyota. And so there it is. There's that one. Let me bring in Mackie Slade again real quick to put some final thoughts together on this one. Mackie, grab your headset again here as we cap it off. I don't know. Listen, man. I mean, I don't know if we expected. I don't know if I expected the game to be this good. But that was a great, great game tonight, these two teams put together. And you give it to Show Low for the moxie that they had, the never say die attitude that they've had this season. And, they put together probably their best game this year so far, and they did it at a perfect time. It seems like if anybody is on the rise, if anybody is on the upward arc, it's the Show Low Cougars.
I was looking at this is 3 games in a row, right? 3 wins in a row for them, with a fourth potentially coming here at Payson. Are they on the road at Payson?
No, that's going to be at Show Low.
That's going to be at Show Low, so they got to feel a little bit better about that. But, no, they had a lot of athletes, and they threw the ball to their athletes in space, and Cameron Hernandez played well. Their quarterback played well, and then they ran the ball with Walker and with Anderson and with Lamson. So just kind of a good team victory, right? That's what you want late in the season is multiple guys playing hard and making plays for your ball club. And so, yeah, I think it's a step in the right direction for them.
We were listening to Cash Perkins a while ago, and it seems as if people have forgotten about the Cougars. And the Cougars are reminding everybody that they're still the Show Low Cougars.
Yeah, they're a good football program, a lot of history, and a lot of wins, right? A lot of wins and trips to the playoffs. So, yeah, I think that they should be floored. That's a good win on the road here in Blue Ridge.
Hats off to Michael Boyce and the coaching staff for the Show Low Cougars. Mm-hmm. They did a couple of really marvelous things tonight. That scoring drive to close out the first half was just beautiful. 68-yard scoring drive. They end up throwing a 17-yard touchdown pass, and it all happens and culminates with 3 seconds left in the first half. Gives them that lift going into halftime. Then they kicked it off and made a big play on the kick return on the coverage. And I just think that Show Low did a lot of the right things on this Friday night, and obviously they did to get a 21-18 win. And now you gotta ask yourself and wonder about the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets. You got to wonder about where they are, what their state of mind is, because they struggled tonight in a number of facets of the game in areas that I didn't think we would see them have a hard time. They had some opportunities. They weren't able to close the deal on some of those things.
Right.
You look at them, they do have a little bit of an injury situation when you talk about their defensive backfield in particular. Mm-hmm. There's some problems back there with guys missing. But that doesn't seem to have been the real big issue here in this one. And I'll also say this. I think that the Yellow Jackets have got to feel every Friday night they're going to score more than 21 points.
Yeah.
And they've done that for the most part this season.
Yeah, I mean, not a huge amount of offense generated, but I just think it's execution. As a football coach, you want your guys to be ready to go. You practice all week, and then it's all aspects of the game. Defensively, you got to execute. We got to tackle, keep guys in front of us. Offensively, getting hat on hat, being able to run the ball is something Blue Ridge wants to do. And then special teams, you can't give up a block punt or just big returns on kickoff. So being able to win in all aspects of the game is what you want to do as a program. As a football coach, as a football team is kind of what you're thinking. And so there was opportunity for Blue Ridge tonight, most definitely. We've seen that in spurts during the game. But overall, just being able to execute in the next couple weeks will help them out.
Well, Mackie, thanks for being here. You guys, you Heber Mogollon. Guys, you call it Heber Mogollon
Mustangs. Yeah, we got a bye tonight, and then we'll play the winner of
Superior
and El Capitan.
El Cap.
Yeah.
What does El Capitan call themselves? What are they?
They're the that's a good. They're the Eagles. El Capitan Eagles. Sorry, I wanted to say like Sultans, but that's Baghdad.
Baghdad
El
Sultans.
They're in Colorado City.
I love the Baghdad Sultans.
They're good.
I love the name.
Yeah.
There's no better name in Arizona high school football
the Sultans
than the Baghdad Sultans.
That's right.
Okay. Baghdad's not the Baghdad team of old this year, are they?
No, they're the number. We're the number 3. They came in at 2 with Hayden over there, like Winkleman, Hayden, the Lobos as the number 1 seed, and so it's kind of a 3-man race in the 1A state tournament. And,
you guys played Hayden, didn't you?
We played Hayden week 3, and we kind of literally did what Blue Ridge did against Payson. We threw 2 picks and fumbled the ball twice, and just a slew of turnovers, and those guys edged us. They're a great football program, but hopefully we played a lot better.
Do we expect a closer game?
Absolutely.
The next time you get a chance at
Absolutely.
Hayden?
I don't want to get in too much trouble because I don't want to put any words in Coach's mouth, but we want to be in the finals.
Tell me about your new head coach this year, by the way.
Coach Drew Gamboa.
Yeah.
He is a Skyline guy out of the Valley. He's a little bit younger, our age, and married a gal from Heber who played volleyball, and so they kind of met up down the valley, but they came back to Heber, and he really just bought into, I don't know, for me, looking in, bought into the Heber culture, the small town culture, and loves the kids, loves the youth, has a Mustang Sports Performance Company brand that they started. They do some basketball and wrestling and volleyball, and just get those younger kids going, and then really just started hanging out at the school and was doing some teaching and aid, and then when Mr. Salmon was done, kind of retired, then he kind of stepped in as the athletic director.
And tell me about that. Rick Salmon, okay?
Yeah.
He coaches for 4 seasons?
I think it was 4.
I think he coached for 4 seasons, won 3 championships,
right?
Yeah,
won 3 in a
right.
row.
And lost 1 game during that stretch,
Yeah.
and then he comes back. So, I mean, he walks out of there as probably by percentages and so on the most prolific coach in not just Heber Mogollon history, but like Arizona history. How many coaches have that many championships and that kind of record? You know, granted, it's a smaller snapshot than, let's say, Paul Moro.
Yeah,
but it's incredibly impressive what Rick Salmon did in a short period of time.
A quick span was able to rattle off a couple state runs in a row, and just I think a lot of that speaks to the tradition of Mogollon football, and
it does, because he
the
coached
athletes that were there.
He coached for
and
20 years before he was ever a
so
head
he was an
coach.
assistant to Ron Tenney, was Ron Tenney's defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Ron won a couple of championships in 2003 and 2008, I believe, with Tim Slade was the offensive line coach, and then Coach Salmon was a defensive coordinator. And then I think Slade did a stint there as head coach with Salmon as his defensive coordinator. And so, I don't know, just having good guys around you, and then the mantle was ready to be passed to him, and he took it on, and you had we were big. Mogollon was big there for a couple of years. We had just big athletes and speed and quick, and
it's a good time to be the head coach.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
get some horses.
Get it while the getting's good, and so.
Is that a Mogollon Mustangs hat?
This is shout out to Coach Gamboa. Appreciate you. Yeah, he's got the Mustang swagger, and so we always got to rep it. But he's a good guy, Coach Gamboa, and he's got the squad going in the right direction.
Is that fitted or snapback?
This is a snapback.
Snapback?
Do I even bring you one?
I could use
I'm
a
gonna
hat.
bring you. Will you wear a Mustang hat?
Of course I'd wear a
good.
Mustang
Okay,
hat.
good.
Of course I would.
You passed the test.
I rep the Mustangs. I rep every team we cover here in the White Mountains.
I'll get you a hat. I'll get you a hat. I'll get with Coach Gamboa. Hopefully he's listening in on this.
Let's do it, Coach Gamboa.
So.
And there's the Carroll University Pirates right there.
That's right.
Check him out tomorrow, people.
That's right.
Okay, David Simmons will be returning kicks, and he starts at a wide receiver position as well. And by the way, this week in practice, they were running him on the jet sweep as well, trying to figure out how to get some more life into that offense.
Yeah,
and
you got athletes, you got to use them,
and you got to use that guy. He's a playmaker
for sure.
He's a playmaker. Okay,
sure.
We got to get out of here, man. Great to have you with us. Thank you for joining me on this night tonight, everybody. Thanks for being with us. We're gonna, as soon as I dip out of here, we'll fade to black there on that switcher. And I want to remind you that our Game of the Week broadcast next Friday night will find us at Show Low High School. Show Low taking on Payson. That game has all of a sudden become extremely important, not just to the Cougars, but to the Payson Longhorns as well, and really to everybody else in the 3A East. That's a big one, and we'll have that in our final regular season broadcast of 3A football. That'll be next Friday night at Show Low High School. Again, the final score tonight, Show Low has defeated the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets 21-18. We thank you for joining us, everybody. I want to thank our entire crew, which tonight is led by our producer, Derek Simmons. Although he's not here, he did produce this broadcast. He's out there at the Snowflake broadcast tonight with that crew with our doubleheader coverage at Sports Zone Radio tonight. I want to thank our technical director, that's Max Vocone, working cameras for us tonight. Big Sean Ulvestad, and for a first time ever, the doctor, Timothy Benali. Is it too early, Tim? Tim's on that camera right there. Tim, is it too early to call you Dr. Benali? Okay, all right. He's working on his master's, but this is a guy
happy with the master's.
Well, listen, he's going to have
That's
awesome. 2 or 3 PhDs before it's all said and done. That guy behind the camera right there. We got them all. We got guys with 180 IQs, and we got former great football players at Mug. We got it all, man. I'm even a Hall of Fame broadcaster guy. We got it all here at the Sports Zone. Okay. Hey, thanks for being with us, everybody. God bless you. We'll see you again real soon on our next broadcast of the Sports Zone Game of the Week broadcast is presented by Hatch Toyota. Good night from Blue Ridge.